Meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.
But come back.
Sandstorm, what's going on? How are you? Oh, right. I didn't refill my water bottle, so whoops. But that's okay. Guten Morgen. Okie dokie. Meow, 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 meow. There we go. Cool. First, second moist. Oh my lord. Boo, I was too slow. Or say hello. Hey Helix, how are you? I'm gonna take really small sips because the water bottle is almost empty. Oh. On Discord? Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure I did. I believe. Wait. I'm opening up the wrong app. Okay, yes. I'm pretty confident I did. I've had a read through and I did do a response as well. I'm hoping that's the correct way to go through. Yeah. 25 million damage already on Noko. I can believe that's same. That's pretty crazy. Brain walked with family. Ah, okay. Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I've joined the introductions, if that's what you're referring to. And also, thank you very much. I'm very excited. I think I'm going to have to go get some weeping dress. But I also want to swing through some of the forest areas to see if I can find the willow wings. Ah, okay, cool. I know that I went through the introductions. I'll check out this sparrow's nest, though. Oh, hang on. Okay, yep. Awesome. Accept. Ah, there we go. Gotcha. Alright. That one. And then, great. I have now joined the sparrow's nest, yes. Awesome. Hola, hola. Good morning. Alright, I'm just responding in the sparrow's nest now. Cool. Alright, I'll have a read through a little bit later. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. That's wicked. I love the name. Very very appropriate, I would say. I love that. Uh-oh, we got ghosties. Okay, so let's go see if we can find some willow wings. I would really like to see if there's a particular location they tend to spawn roughly around each time. And if there is potentially a dungeon that we can jump into and then reset the tile set for the world to see if we can get more consistent willow wings. But I will go take on Mr. Nimrod. I love Dimrod. Hey, bud. The Everstorm. Alright, you got the Superman jump. 1, 2, 3. And roll. And he thumped me anyway. And I'll take your soul. Oh, okay. Did I get your soul? Maybe not. Okay. Alright. Reapply Fellis. Damage output. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That certainly does a lot of damage to this man. Alright, Mr. Gargantuan. I love how Avocot's in the background. Yo, big legs. I'm kind of busy, Avocot. There we go. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, tethering is very effective with the Odiak. Incredibly so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 hits absorb all of the Fellist. But it does regenerate extremely quickly. Good to know too, if you stand downhill from him, Nimrod can't really stab you in the face, thankfully. I love the effect of Fellist as well. It looks incredible on any weapon. No Everflame Rune? Okay. That one is very difficult to come by. Alright, little willow wings. Let's go see if we can find you and collect some winter squash seeds. Excuse me, Mr. Bunny, where do you think you're going? 454. We love harmony. Okay. Well, as of yesterday, I'm still continuing to level up this Odiak set, the second pair that I have, to make them into a courage-based attunement weapon. And hopefully we come across the Fable, Blessed by Mora, to switch it over to a courage-based magic weapon, with extra range +5 and consecutive damage output as well. It's gonna be really cracking with the Tethering Pact as well. Ooh, there's an announcement. Was that through the Soulframe Discord? Free codes everywhere next weekend drops. No way. Are you serious? Okay, wow. That's great. So free codes everywhere next weekend. Everyone gets a code. That's excellent to hear that. Alright, I'm going to go do this tier 3 Sparrowtail. So, free codes everywhere next weekend. So what does that mean exactly? So, we don't necessarily have to be watching the Twitch drops anymore? Or they're just saying, hey, like, how do people obtain the free code exactly? I'll pull up Discord and have a look. I won't do that through here though. Alright, so announcement. Let's have a look. Okie dokie. So I'm just having a look through the Discord now. Directory wide. Twitch campaign. Saturday 15th of November. Tuesday the 18th of November. Okay, so Saturday and Tuesday. So 15th and 18th of November. Earn a Soulframe Preludes invite via Twitch drop by watching any stream in the Soulframe Twitch directory for 30 minutes. So that means that we can basically give out codes and do drops enabled. That's great to know. Thank you, Helix. Okay, that's awesome. They've certainly put a lot of work into how to claim the drops as well, which is fantastic. So, alright. That's phenomenal. Wow. Okay, I'll certainly be doing that. So I'm going to keep that in the background for now. Necrobane, good morning. How are you? Diddley, hey, what's going on? I just got my key from the dev stream. Hell yeah, you did. Absolutely. More than happy to run you through some Soulframe as well. If you're open to that as well, if you want to just kind of play through and have a dig around and just kind of get used to the mechanics, etc., play it your way, but I'm more than happy for you guys to add me in game if you get stuck at any point, and I'm more than happy to squad up with you guys as well, just so we can run through some stuff. I will stipulate, for the most part, I generally do streaming when I'm in game as well, so more than happy to do that if you're open to being in stream as well. You don't have to do voice chat if you choose not to. If I do, I generally do it through the Discord rather than say like Twitch, because it's pretty janky on the on the Twitch side, so I'm getting to a point where I'll have to purge my friend list. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a huge amount of people on my friends list. It's predominantly yourself and a few other people that I've played testing with. Bane, I think we played a few times together. There's a few other envoys as well. Another chatter, Jackda. He's a huge Warframer. But he does have Soulframe as well, so we have done a few runs together. Sounds great. I'm cool with whatever. I threw a sub on YouTube. Oh, man, I appreciate that. That's dope. Awesome. Yeah, well, I hope you guys are enjoying the shorts stuff that I've been doing. I've been actually putting a lot more effort into descriptions of the shorts. Just putting bits and pieces together. And it seems to be operating a lot better, which is great. Alright, where is the heavy unit and his little bag of tricks? I seem to have misplaced the key. Well, I haven't, but the heavy unit did. That's alright. I don't necessarily need what's in the chest. It's not a huge deal. Oh, there it is. Awesome. It's amazing that we've got 140 keys, yet we can't use the different keys to open a chest. And it's always generally Drax and a bit of patch leather, which are useful. Alright, let's go Sprite Blessing. I really hope that I can find a cheeky little spawn area for the Willow Wings. That was one of the shorts that I popped up, I believe, last night. And it seems to be getting a good amount of people being like, thank you. Absolutely just adding to my profile bloat with those keys. Yeah, I know. I've definitely noticed the account bloating as well, Helix. I'm sure that yours is far more bloated than mine, considering that you've been in Soulframe a lot longer. I really do hope that we get some sort of mechanic within the game, either with Tubal Carne and Verminia. Some sort of, like, melting down of the excess joineries that we have into either Drax or some sort of form of in-game something that removes the bloating on the account. Oh yay, we get to go up against Marda. She's going to be our best friend, I can guarantee it. She's going to be the grumpy general who says, you know what? I've got a giant Dorito ship. I can fly. And she's probably like, possibly like the ex-wife of this synod, the ruler of these sinecure. Oh wow, there's a lot of mockeries here. Come on guys, get in your body.
In his name,
I do love her.
Well, where's the body?
Marda needs meat.
Marda needs meat.
That sounds tasty, I guess. I love how the mockeries are just stunned. Alright, there's one. And there's two. Come on, bud. Oh, wow, I didn't absorb that soul. Okay. Alright. Come on, bud. Alright, Tethering, let's go again. There we go, that's better. Give me the soul. There we go. Alright. There we go. Tethering is exceptional. Do we get any Tassad or any of the other fragments this time? No love from the mockeries this time around. That's a-okay. Alright. Let's go hang out with Marda and her giant mechanic Dorito-shaped ship. Need I say it every time? Absolutely, because we love your voice lines, Marda. Excuse me, sir. I really hope that we get access to that healing ability from the Ode Mage. I love that effect. It looks so cool. I will take your soul, and I will use it against this guy. Alright. Where are the other Sinecure? There we are. Oh, I'll take your soul too. And look at that. Reactivation of the rune. That was one of the other shorts that I put up as well. So I hope you guys are enjoying the sharing of information via the YouTube. I'm certainly enjoying putting that content together. It's not uber polished. I'm very aware of that. But at least if the information is helping and people are happy to share it, more so for that, more than happy to continue doing so. I really enjoy it. It's a really fun side project for me. Alright, so Tethrin is insane. Okay, so we've got level 21 Odiak. This is great. Clash operates a lot better too, which is phenomenal. Better nice.
Legion, Reaper. They're all dead.
Yes.
Beat us to wasted coins.
So are they like hired grunts by Mata? Like, does she have to borrow money from the Sinecure or like Synod to hire all of these dudes to be like, yo, come hang out and take care of actually, you know what? I'm gonna be a bit fancy today. That was the wrong way, but okay. Oh dear. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. There we go. Okay, so casting Clash directly after another ability for Tethrin actually staggers the enemies properly. That's fantastic. Alright. Enjoy the damage output, Mr. Nimrod. Okay, so his stagger bar is way tastier than it used to be. So even with Cloud Quell active... Okay, so magic weapons don't do a lot of damage to him, neither do the Flyblades. This is something that I came across yesterday with the Vadagar Stag. So if we apply Tethrin's Fellist, 29, 29. I missed twice, 29, and 29. Okay, so that seems to make damage do a relatively normal amount of damage to him. Okay, so the Sinecure enemies definitely take a normal amount of damage, but the Odiak does not do much damage at all to Nimrod. I wonder why. Maybe the magic damage has been reduced to the bosses. Okay, so they're doing normal damage now, and that's without Fellist on. So let's see what it does with Fellist. Oh god, he can still get you. Damn. I'll steal that. Thank you very much. Alright, so the passive from the rune does activate, and it does boost your damage a bit, and there's no Tethrin boost just yet, so the passive is doing a lot more damage than the actual Odiak themselves. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So you don't have to break his stance. Gild or polished. Nuts. Interesting though that the voltaic damage only does 1 tick per hit. You don't have to stagger him, but then once you've got the rune active, it does seem to do more damage. So there's a certain breakpoint that you've got to get past to actually do decent damage to the Nimrod, but that was also with Cloud Quell active. So that's an interesting interesting thing to go through. Thank you for waiting for the cutscene to finish, Mr. Sinecure. I appreciate you for doing that. Ah, this magic is amazing. Alright, can you cast that ability again? I want to see it again. This chain healing ability, it's really nice. I'll save you animals later. I'm just going to run away from this Sinecure. Or I'll just take that. Cast that healing ability. I want to see it again. Come on. Yeah, I love that healing ability. It looks so cool. Very nice. Alright. Fist pump. Saving the squirrels. The spry little squirrels. Okay. So where are we at the moment? So this is more of like the forest area. So I want to check around here. And see if we can find some willow wings. Oh, willow wings. Where art thou? I would like to find thee, so I may steal some items from you. Okay. Have you guys found any particular locations that seem to spawn the willow wings a little bit more, I guess, frequently? They do seem to be randomized around the map, but I haven't really seen many people mentioning if there's a particular area that they seem to hang around. And Ascension. Alright, so we've got the 3-star. I'm going to go for this one because I have a feeling we'll end up in New Vissi, which is phenomenal. What area is this? This is Seday's Stake. Okay. The willow wings. Just the little plant guys that you got to hide from. Well, not hide, but just creep up on so you can steal their willow wings material. They seem to be quite randomized throughout the world map, so I'm trying to kind of find if there's a particular location or area where they tend to spawn in and around that area. I'd assume at least one area would be the Webbitwood. Yeah, graveyards are near College of Pences. Yeah. They do seem to just sprout up on like randomized locations, which makes sense. So it does enhance the explorative process to finding everything that you need, really. Oh, thanks, Bambi. The cleft Bambi. Alright, so we've got that. We're going to go to the 3-star Sparrowtail. And there's a bunny. Come back. Just got to find those glittery farts. Yeah, you do, hey. Yeah, it is nice that they do pump out a bit of pollen and then they shake their leaves as well the closer you get to them. So I kind of wish there was an additional indicator that you're getting close to them, such as the little rattly nut thing that Avocot gives you to find the other Avocots that are hiding. I can't quite recall the name of those little bangle nuts. That's what they're called. Do you all play with controller on mouse and keyboard? I play left-handed mouse, right-hand keyboard. I haven't tested out the controller, to be honest. Although I will say one thing in reference to the controller. If you come into the accessibility area of controller settings, enabling controller aim assist, this is actually something that Sarah Loves Archery mentioned, I think, a while ago. Having this turned on is beneficial to utilizing the missile-based weapons, such as Odiak, Gwillin, and now the Earthroot Staff. Having that turned off is a bit funky. The targeting for the weapons seems to target like boxes in front of you, even if you have an enemy standing like 5 meters away from you. I might actually just show you what I mean as well. That's probably a bit easier. So we'll turn it off and see how it operates. So I'm basically throwing out at them. It may have changed, but initially the controller aim assist was helping you target enemies rather than targeting, say, like a box or another targetable area in front of the reticle. So I'm pretty confident it's wherever you're pointing your reticle, that's where it's going to follow through for. So I'll keep it off for now and see how it goes. But for the most part, you can basically force line of sight with the block button, which would be nice to see in the keybinds. Block / aim sight. So I would hope that that becomes available at some point, or just adjusted, really. Now, what have we got here? Okay, apparently I've slain the corrupt enemies already, so does that just mean I can just go and do the stag, I guess? Beneficial bug to have, I guess. Steam Deck is nice, but also keyboard and mouse is nice. Yeah, I like mouse and keyboard. I'm used to it. WASD. I've kind of gotten like a really good setup myself. See, even though I was looking at this enemy, the controller aim assist, even if it doesn't follow where you're facing or aiming the camera. It follows where you're facing your envoy. So whatever's in front of you, that's what it'll do. So I assume what the controller aim assist does, instead of targeting where you're facing, you can kind of force it to follow where the camera aim is going instead. That's my understanding of utilizing it. I haven't actually tried Steam Deck, but I prefer the PC, I believe. It works for my kind of playstyle, I think. Alright, so we'll see how the Odiak goes against the Stag. So, there we go. We've got some of the tether and damage output happening. We've got a soul, which is great, and then we're going to apply tethering. And that should bypass this weird one tick damage hit. So this is what it should technically be doing instead of the one tick, unless something's been changed with boss damage within the game. So there we go. That's down. That's right. So interesting to see how the Odiak applied its damage this time around with Tethering and Fellest applied. With the rune activation as well. Hell yeah! Quicksilver blessed by Mora. That makes me happy. That is for the bow. So I'm pretty sure I've got that active on my bow anyway. But I do wish to double check. So let's go check now. Oh hey Wolfie. Nice and warm by the little fire. The hearth, if you will. Okay, so Juniper. Attuned to courage? Yes. It's got a Quicksilver, blessed by Mora. So what I could do, if I really wanted to, is probably put a Quicksilver, blessed by Mora on that as well. However, there's no point. Because it's already attuned to courage. And it's already got the same stats as well, so it would be a bit of a waste of a blessed joinery to do that. However, if we do see more bows come into the game, which I'm very excited for, I think that would be very beneficial. Now, we have Reforge time. So, I've got my original Odiak, and this is the Feybolt Polished. So I'm going to maintain this one as a spirit-based weapon. I really would hope in a hotfix we get the attunement either up here or within this list attuned to spirit. I think that would be very helpful UI. So my idea around the Odiak is to change my other Odiak to a Blessed by Mora, which I have right here. The only thing is that I do have Safine and Iridis Blessed Feybolts, and they have the throw distance +5 and 20 plus attack damage. My aim and goal is to get a Feybolt Blessed by Mora, so I can apply that and reforge this Odiak set. Maintain this one as a spirit base, and then this one's going to be my courage voltaic gauntlet set. So we're going to play a little bit with the Mendicant King on the other side of the map. I tend to forget he's always this one. Although it would be kind of cool, just throwing it out there, if you take him on here and then somehow he teleports to here. I don't know if other people would necessarily agree with that, but I think that'd be kind of cool. So Fellist is still available. Ooh, I like the effects on these. Oh no, please don't hurt me. I didn't mean to upset you. These guys can take you out real hard. But the really cool thing is too, they really don't like voltaic damage, which is really nice. So applying Bellis to any weapon is pretty good. Lurk mode activated. Yum, you're gonna go eat din-dins? Okay. Say hi to the fam. Alright, I'm gonna work down this way, and then I'm gonna work my way across to the Mendicant King. And hopefully we get some willow wings along the way. And eventually we'll hit rank 30 with these Odiak. I'm tempted to go start using Oshelder again. Oshelder? Although I'm having a lot of fun with the Courage Pact at the moment. Good old Tethrin. If it ain't the Soulframe streamer. Hello, hello. Jackda. Funny that you popped into chat. I was talking about you before. Just mentioning that you were playing Soulframe a bit, but predominantly Warframe. Which, either game, absolutely great choice. But how are you? How's your evening, I think? Yo, that was rude. Nice try, buddy. Come on. There we go. Cool. Alright. Go. I'm doing a little bit of a run around just to see if I can find more pumpkins. And also see if we can find some of the Willow Wings plants for the Willow Wings item that we need for Cloud Quell crafting with Ms. Vorminia. Very few and far between, I have to say that. Oh no, we've got ghosties. And there's a bunny. You are a green totem, I believe. 3-star. Still useful though. Thank you, little bunny. The rallying bunny. So there's ghosts over there, ghosts over there. They can do as they wish. I'm gonna run away from them. Alright, do we have any willy wings around here? They should generally spawn around foresty kind of areas. So I'm just trying to map out predominantly where they show up. Just formering? Oh, nice. Okay. Dreadspool, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. How are you? Are you playing Soulframe? Okie dokie. There we go. Oh, Willow Wings, where are you hiding? I wish to procure you. Alright, there's a little scarecrow over here too, which is nice. Do you have a Fragmento? Ooh, you do. Little Zook. Oh, yo, there is a lot of ghosts. There's 5 over there, and then I assume 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So per pumpkin that you pop, there's roughly 5 ghosts. This looks very ominous, so they do continue to track you though. That's pretty cool. Wow, there's a lot of ghosts. I wonder if they like team up and meld into a giant ghost. Alright, so we've got another fragment of the Little Zook mask. Little Zook is actually probably the best mask out of them all. I think it has 6 stability defense and 2 physical, but no magical defense, which doesn't really impact you too much, as long as you've got relatively good armor on. 541. Cool. I believe that you're a purple, Bambi. The Regal of the Flyblades. We do love you. Alright, Sinecure time. So you're a healer, and you're annoying with the Thunderstones. I will take your soul. Wonderful. What do you enjoy about this game? Dreadspool? I enjoy everything. The combat, the art, the exploration, the different mechanics that we have in game with the packs. You can really bust out a whole bunch of damage in this game. It's very, very fun. I really enjoy the movement. I love the armor. I like the crafting systems as well. The ability to be able to reforge and remake certain weapons into a particular style build. And that's built in and around the virtues, which are courage, grace, and spirit. And the abilities that we have with the different packs, different playstyles. You've got a ton of different stuff in this game, so I really like the thematics of all of the ancestors that we can acquire throughout the game so far. Orlick is the very first that we meet, and his creepy baby I'll never understand, but he has a creepy baby on his shoulder, which I can show you in a sec. I like the mechanics of the game in reference to the different courages, the different virtues that you have. Courage is essentially your strength, spirit's your duration, grace is your range. This can be applied to both, say, your weapons, but also your abilities that you have access to within each pact. So range would affect Clash, as an example. Also Call of the Ancients, not so much Fellist. This is more of a damage-enhancing ability that you can apply to your weapons, and it gives you 5 points or swings of a weapon until it dissipates. Spirit is your duration, which is how long an ability will last. Interestingly enough, it doesn't apply itself to Fellist, but it will apply itself to Call of the Ancients. I like the fact that we can apply different build ideas to a pact, and how we actually utilize that within the passives trees, I guess you could say. There's a ton of stuff. I like the weapon arts that we have too. We've got daggers, we've got flyblades, the combat arts trees themselves. These are all the weapon types that we have in game at present. I'm assuming over time that will be increased, and each school of weapon type allows you to increase casting speed when standing still, deflection projectiles, the increased lock-on range. It's really, really cool mechanics in this game. I thoroughly enjoy it. Learning how to attune a weapon correctly to the correct damage virtue that supports and supplements increase of damage, like spirit, for example. If I have a lot more spirit, I can increase the damage from this particular weapon from 65. Say I'll drop this down to 10, and then I drop all those 5 points into spirit. It's now 18. That will increase its weapon damage to 72. So being able to play around with these particular synergies within the virtue trees and how the packs interact with those particular setups is really, really cool. So there's a lot of customization within your weapons, but also the builds that you can create with the totems that we now have. They definitely open up a lot of different play styles, I would say, especially with the rune activation, which is a very special item that you can obtain through very small chance of RNG drops. But if you're lucky enough to obtain one, you can apply them to your weapons and make some pretty cool builds out of them. So that's what I've been doing and enjoying so far with Soulframe. Attack speed you can increase as well. Staggering on primary attacks is also really, really nice. Armor reduction, you can slow enemy movement. There's a lot of different capability through all the different weapon classes that we have, like flyblades and sword and boards, short swords, and polearms, magic weapons as well. Like there's a lot of different variables that come into creating like an envoy of what you want. Even the armor as well has an effective use within this game as well, specifically for this particular pact, which allows us to essentially enhance our overall armor rating. So the higher it is when we use Rump Thump as an example, it's basically jump up in the air, slam attack all of these enemies, and it will absolutely waste them. Initially, when we first got the Bromius Pact, the armor in the game was not applying itself to this pact. So my first thought and initial like of the pact itself was I didn't like it, but then I realized the armor was broken in the game. So it really wasn't my favorite pact to begin with, but now I absolutely love it. So you can cast your 3 for shielding and cast your 1, and that's what Rump Thump does. Its AoE is very nice, and it's very effective against a lot of enemies. And it depends on the amount of armor rating that you've got. So having 93 armor rating, not just with the armor that I'm using, but the totem application of magic armor increase and physical armor increase is really, really nice. So is the beginning just extremely rough, or you don't enjoy the starting few hours? How do you mean? Like the start of the game, yeah, you're going to have difficulty through it, but as you grow in level, it does become a lot easier over time. But you certainly do have areas where enemies will get quite aggressive, like these guys here. Like these guys are level 22. And so some of them can really survive through damage output as well. So you do have tiered systems of levels in the game. Say enemies level 1 to 15 are generally the easiest to take on. And then you've got level 15 to like 25, and then 25 plus 30 enemies. There is a specific area that you can take on where the enemies can scale up to any sort of level above, say, like 80 to 90, if you choose to have 2 other envoys support you within that particular arena. Because if you don't and you die, then you lose the entire run, basically. There we go. So little Zook. That's nice. And unfortunate we haven't found any willow wings along the way. I have a feeling they'll be around forest areas, though. Is there a point where the game fundamentally feels different? Can you expand on that question? I think the fundamentals, just thinking about that question, how you prefaced it, the fundamental of this game is basically understanding how the virtues operate with your damage within the game. Not just that, but also understanding how to apply them in different ways than what the packs and the weapon systems is based around, which is your virtues, the economy of your points, how you build your combat arts, your skill trees. The way that some of the packs operate will say, this is a melee pact. It doesn't necessarily have to be applied that way, which is what I was doing with the melee-based Tethrin pact. As an example, you can apply that particular damage to anything in the game, weapon-based wise. So the fundamentals of that is definitely a big difference and changing point to this game. And granted, things are still within development as well. It's not an alpha at all, it's a preludes. So it's still within, say, like a testing realm, if you will. So there's lots of different in-game mechanics that are looked at within the community, but also within the dev team. So depending on like the creational direction of the company, but also what their futuristic plans are, we find out bit by bit. So there are subject to change within this game, which is quite nice. So the people who are able to access the preludes at the moment, you are able to give feedback within the game, like bugs, etc. They are present in the game. It's not completely fleshed out, but for an operation of 24 plus months so far, it's a very good game in consideration of what they've developed into it so far. But I also personally like fantasy, like RPG, MMO style games. And this one definitely fits the bill for me on a lot of different ways. I love magic. I like the mechanics. The movement is pretty great. The different weapon types and styles of combat are really fun. And granted too, it's not everyone else's game. But if you do enjoy this sort of style of slightly Souls-like mechanics, it is quite forgiving in that aspect. But they do have a little bit of Souls-like capability within the game. So meaning like dodge rolling. You can do a... I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called a Spectre Strike. If you block at the right time, parrying, etc., you can do like a critical hit damage to an enemy and reflect that damage back at them. There's a lot of different mechanics in the game that are still being fleshed out and just being tested, essentially. So that's what I really enjoy about this game. It does, for me, have a lot of points of difference in what the game is about and where it's going directionally as well. So that's the best way I can answer that.
May the invaders burn.
We love you, Fenjatar. And we got a bunny. My bank account is going to cry when Devil's Triad comes out. Jacta, hi. I'm right there with you there. Think about it this way. If you've got a small little trickle creek at the moment, you can fill that bank account to make it an overflowing ocean. Why, thank you. Excuse me, I need your paperwork, please. Thank you very much. And I'll take your soul as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Oh, I'll take your soul too. Holy Hannah, okay. We got a lot of souls today. Very nice. I'm very excited for the Devil's Triad in Warframe as well, Jacta. I should be doing a little bit more of a, well, not should be, but I should plan out the platinum farming within Warframe. Oh, crap! Sneaky little bastard. Alright, so we found one. Okay. Come on, you little pollinator. I really wish we could charm these guys. Oh, nuts. I didn't get the willow frond. Damn it. Oh, well, I got the willow frond, but not the, yeah, I got willow fronds. I need the willow wings. Damn it, I can't believe I didn't see them. They're very sneaky, those little dudes. Oh, well. At least I know they kind of hang around, like, the wooded areas. It's gonna be tough, I think, for Christmas this year. The only reason why I say that is when the Devil's Triad comes out, no doubt I'll be getting as much as what I possibly can with Platinum, and then most likely put some IRL cash into the game, which I am more than happy to do anyway, because I definitely enjoy Warframe as much as I do Soulframe. But once the Founders Pack comes out in Soulframe, I'm definitely going to be getting it. No doubt about that. For me, it's a choice of yes. And don't get me wrong, like if I had the opportunity to be a founder of Warframe, I would. But unfortunately, I did not get the opportunity. Even though I was living in Canada at the time as well. Living in Calgary, Alberta. I never made it to Ontario, but I did go to, like, Vancouver, Saskatchewan, Edmonton. A lot of time in Vancouver, actually. Interior BC is beautiful. So if any Canadians in the house, it's a dope country. I did go to the States, though, too. I went to Las Vegas for my 21st birthday. I had to. I couldn't not. The amount of free booze that you can get just by being on, like, the machines was crazy. It blows me away that that is actually a thing. But at 21, I could definitely drink like a fish. Now, not so much. Toronto. Yeah. I didn't mind Toronto. I preferred, like, more like BC, to be honest. I love Vancouver. I think Vancouver Island as well. And I went to that big drawbridge. I'm not exactly sure what the drawbridge is called in Vancouver, but it was really nice. Alright. Come on. Unarmy yourself. Thank you very much. Vancouver? Yeah, it's amazing. I love Vancouver. I think walking down... I'm trying to think of what avenue is. It was a named avenue. I remember just walking down it, and like the amount of people who were like, "Yo, do you want to buy some green?" I was like, "Wow, you can do that here?" And they're like, "Well, not really, but do you want some?" I'm like, "No." It was a really cool experience. I love Vancouver. If I had the opportunity to like move back, well, actually, I mean, I can move back to Canada if I really wanted to, but I've also got to make sure that, you know, if I really wanted to, I would do it for the right reasons. Because I do love Canada. The snow season is insane. Okay, physical damage is very effective against you. And I will take your soul if my envoy wants to. Now, does the web at root... It's ineffective. Especially when you move. So let's have a look. It's doing 1 damage tick per hit. But the rune activated does about 125. So he really doesn't like the voltaic damage anymore, which is fine. So it's predominantly physical damage you really don't like. So that makes sense. Can you take me for a ride? Alright, web at root. Come on! Oh, man. Okay. Let's do the Song of Growth one more time. Oh, no. Cheeky. Okay. So that's 1 tick per hit again. So even if I'm using a physical-based damage against you, there's only certain points that it will actually do 1 tick, and then... Okay. Fable, blessed by Mora. Pretty please. That would be great. Fable, blessed by Mora. Come on. It was a Quicksilver. Nope, I got the Garen's Road Clove. Booze.
I'll try not to see it through it.
Okay. I really need a Fable blessed by Mora. That would be phenomenal. I bought a skin for Bruna. She's now devilish. Nice. Which skin did you buy? Alright. Well, that's that. And we're back in New Vissi. Oh no, is there another stag? Oh. Okay. Not the Cougar one, but the other Tenogen. Is that the brand new Tenogen that came out from her before? I did have a look at that one. Not quite my flavor, if I'm honest. Which I am. So yeah, not my flavor. Like the look of it looks nice, but just, yeah, not quite my style. Okay. Willow Wings, let's have a look. So, there's the crypts over there. I'm going to run through this direction to get the Wazard, and then we'll probably go down to the Mendicant King again. Just to see if I can get this Fable blessed by Mortar. I would really like it for these gauntlets as well. Did I get the soul? Okay. Wow. Okay, that was delayed. Get smoked. So you definitely like blocking attacks. But the passive can help with that. Excuse me, sir. Drax and Knotwood. Okay. Hopefully we come up against the Willow Wings at some point. Again, but hopefully I can creep up on this this time rather than losing them. Oh no, we've got the ghosties, but we've got a ton of enemies here, so come. I'll take your soul. Thank you. I think this is still the little... No, this is Papa Peepo mask area. Okay. That one is a very cool looking mask, but its statistics aren't super fun. Alright, there we go. Little impish dude. Alright, let's run through the forest and then we'll go up to the wizard. I do see a pumpkin over yonder, but I'm too lazy to go get it. Alright, willy wings. It's the new one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the new Tenogen from... I think it was the dev stream earlier this month. Oh, sorry. Earlier last month. Are there any willy wings around? There's a scarecrow, so we'll go get that. Any fragmental? Negatory. Okay. Alright. Come on, little guys. Where you hiding? There's a scarecrow over here. Any fragmental? Nuts. Okay. Maybe they like the sunlight more. Okay. Unfortunate. They're very difficult to find. Alright. Come here. Alright, you're all dead, apart from you. Thank you. I will interrupt your lightning strike. Okay. Scarecrow scanning for planties. Uno fragmento, no fragmento. Any guys in here? So this is generally a thick forest, but we'll go for this 3-star anyway. There's a scarecrow over there. Ooh, corrupted doggo. Hey, bud. Excusez-moi. Ciao. I may actually do some Warframe stuff this afternoon. I'm just trying to think of what else I've got to do in the game. I think I've done the ETA and EDA for this week anyway. Any willow wings? Ooh, spirit amplification. Okie dokie. Alright, so that's in the glades, so that'll be handy. I'm hoping that it pulls an Orengall's Fang, which would be great. So that I can finally build up a necklace. I'm trying not to call them totems because they're not called that anymore. Hello, little dear. Come back. I wish to make you part of my repertoire. You're a 3-star. Okay. Thanks, little bird. Any little willow wings about here? Okay. We have Sceptral and uno Fragmento. Nada. Alright, there's a whole bunch of you, which is nice. Hello. Come over here. Come on. Come this way. I love it how they all moved out of the way. But that doesn't really save you. Yo, excuse-moi. Oh, nuts. I would have liked that soul, but it wasn't really needed. Not for now. Is that a pumpkin I see? Negatory. I hear a duck. I hear them. Not really sure where it's at though. Oh, it's in the cage, that's why. The Dredger. Okay. Alright, let's go see a Banneret. Come on, little planties, where are you? There's no willow wings here. But there is a pumpkin, which is nice. Hey, bud. 4534. The Master. Okay. Alright, I assume this is where the Banneret is. Okay. Alright, Mockery, wake up. Wake up. Okay, 1 and 2. That did 1 damage to them, that's funny. Okay. Banneret time. I wonder where we'll end up. We love a good fist bump. So there's a Kuva Varuna skin. I'll have to check that out later. I haven't really gone into the market for a little while. Alright, so there's the Banneret down here. Wonderful. And hopefully we get a gold chest. Or at least a couple of them for the Orengall fragment that I need. I only need 1 more. It's been quite difficult to get a handle on. It's a good sign because these guys are level 30. The one that I bought is the infested version, but there's like a Kuva version. Ah, okay. The infested Varuna skin sounds cool. Hello, Estella. Oh, what? Don't heal? That's a bit rude. I love how that drew him underneath the rock. That's funny. And we yeet him out of the rock. That was funny. Okay, Fable, blessed by Mora. Pretty please. Oh, it was blessed by Iridus, and it's 3 Gildor. Jesus, okay, that's a good drop chance. Not quite the one that I wanted, though. Iridus is good, though, because it's a spirit-based blessed joinery, which is nice. So at least I'm getting the blessed ones, but I would really prefer the Fabot one. I'm trying to figure out how to get that. I have a feeling I may have to switch down to the Alka's Children to get the Fabot one, to be honest. Alright, we'll run out of this dungeon because that's pretty much what we came here to do. And hopefully we get the Orengall Fang. Pretty please. Negatory on that one, Ghost Rider. Shame. Alright, chest there, and then we're done. Cool. Open Sesame. Infested version Varuna. I will have to check that out. Any magic chest? Nope. Okay. No chest. And no chest. Okay. I think this pulls us out roughly around mid-area. Perfect. Great. We love that. Gotta go see if I can switch to Alka's Children. Hey, bud. Alright, there's that encampment down there. That's a new encampment too. Hopefully I can switch away from Kith the Kings though. I don't know if I've been able to do that since last week, so I'd assume I should be able to switch faction now. Hopefully. If not, no big deal. Alka's Children, where are you? There we go. Pumpkin. Cool. There they are. Hey guys, I need something from your mom. Alright, sneaky sneaky. Yeah. Alright. Willow Wing. Nice try. Ha. Alright, so Willow Frond. So there's 1, and there's 2, 3. Okay, sweet. So I think I've got enough to make a Cloud Quell potion. Hello. Alright, so 3 Willow Wing, 10 of the Toe of Ode. Nuts. I need Weeping Dress, but they're pretty easy to come across. Alright. I feel like I kind of want to shake it up. Bromius is really good, but... Where are we? Oh, Shielda, you are my favorite. So what do we got? 15, 5. I may keep that at 20, but... So that's your max rank. Okay, so 24. So I need still more spirit anyway. And then I still want to shift that one over to courage. Alright, so we've got armor, additional smite. Let's try something else. 40 damage, but then we've got attack speed. Orbiting fly blades, slow enemy movement. That'll be fun. Let's try that. I should probably put a duck back in there though. So green, green. So we'll level this one up. So 3,500. So that's 15. Orbiting Flyblade slow enemies. Smite chance and physical armor. And then magic armor. So we've still got roughly like a 90 armor rating at the moment. But I'm sure that we could boost that though. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just wear the Garen Reed set in completion. Because I really like the look of this one. So 83, 86, 84, 83. So that's still relatively good. But the defense on this is better. So 85 for armor rating. So that'll be good. Spirit 20, courage, and then range. So I'll drop courage down a bit because I don't really need it as much. 280 life, is that right? 12, 10, 20, and then what have we got here? So that's courage plus 5, grace. I can boost spirit, and that'll boost my armor rating up a bit more. 88, that seems pretty good. Courage. It doesn't really matter for damage output. I mean, these guys only really do like a little bit of Pact damage, which isn't too bad. Let's have a look. I only need 10 for spirit anyway, so drop that in. So at least boost that to 13, 15, and then grace. So Alka's children, here we come. Hopefully I can switch to them. Ooh, level 1. Alright, so those guys do drop Celestite and Ichor, which is nice. I don't think they used to do that. I think Ulmul is over here. It is. And there's a scarecrow. No Fragmento? Nuts. Alright, let's go see Avocot and see if I can switch off to Alka's children. I want to see if I can. Juice ball, okay. Hello, Alka's children. I love this this faction. It's beautiful. It was my original starters faction as well. So little cute. Nuts. I got 2 hours left. Sorry, 2 days left before I can switch faction again. No deal, Avocot. 48 hours and 4 hours. Shame. Oh well. Okie dokie. Hopefully we get a 3-star bounty as well, so I can go and keep doing this farm for the Fable. Joiner? Where are you going, bud? Hmm? The proud. Indeed. Okay. Let's go see if we can find a 3-star bounty. Please. Wow, okay, that was extremely fast. I appreciate you, Bounty 3. Alright, squirrel. I feel like you're a normal one. You are. Okay. Thanks, Bird. Appreciate your patronage. Monty the squirrel. The impish squirrel. Well, thank you. Are you doing a sacrificial tantrum lightning? You are. Okie dokie. Awesome. We do enjoy that. Hello. Oh, okay. We had a 4-star rat. Nice. That was pretty good timing too. 2, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2. And you're a purple rat. What do? You apply to fly blades. Okie dokie. Savage. Okay. You are up the hill and far away. Any more rats? No. Wait. Nope. Okay. Alright. Ghosty man, where are you at? Over here. I wonder what we'll be up against. It's probably going to be a Banneret. Which is fine. Hey, bud. What are we up against? Oh, a Vedagar stag. Okay, that's fine. Amora. Alright, we're the Sinecure. Awesome. It seems very quiet here. Are you... Can I pinch you? Or... No? Okay. Thank you. And 2 more. Okay. Dope. Alright, so what do we got? We'll go do the paper run for Mike Wazowski. Are you going the right way, Flappy? You are. Surprised. Okay. Thank you. Alright, there's a little bunny rabbit down there, and there's a pumpkin. And you're a 4-star bunny too. Nice. And what will you be for? The rebound for polearms. Alright. Yo, you and your throwing stones. Alright, paperwork time. You forgot to file your paperwork. have your soul. Yo. Alright, I think that's done. Sweet. Alright. Thank you, duckies. The ambling. Queen's Folly. I definitely need that weeping dress. Hopefully we find some. Any pollinators around? Alright, there's a pumpkin up the hill, and then we'll go take on those enemies. And then we'll go take on the stag. Alright, 70 seeds almost, which is pretty good. Doodly-lee. Alright, stags down there. Enemies over here. Okay. Any willow wings? Any at all? Alright, oh talky thingy, do your magic. Meow. Oh, hey, bud. Can I steal your soul? Kind of. Okay. No. Okay. No soul steal for that one. So it must be like an animation thing where if you're in animation, you try to steal it without a weapon in your hand, it doesn't apply it. Noted. 70 squash, 80 squash. We've got a 71 squash. 72, actually. Alright. Let's see how we go with Badagar Stag. Come on, bud. Wake up. I will take your soul. And hopefully we do more than a couple of ticks of damage to your health this time. Alright, so that works. Interestingly enough. There we go. Okay. Interesting. So that stag seemed to be completely annihilated, where the stag yesterday did not. Crown of Grace. Awesome. Can we please get a Fable joinery? Blessed by Mora. Be not. Okay. Okie dokie. So, what's that? Comba's Lev. We'll go do the Spider Mom. I think I might leave the Mendicant King for another time. Do свидания. Alright, bud. Come on. Here we go. Soul. Bit delayed, but that's okay. Alright. Let's go get that Odin Basulcum. I know it's hiding up there. Can I have your soul too, actually? Okay, maybe not. Clunk, clunk. Absolutely not. Does my ability reach that far? Yes, it does. Yo, face planted with a cannonball. Please don't kill me. Oh god. Okay. Alright. Satisfactory. Ooh, there's more. Sweet. There they are. Okay. So maybe they're more out in like open field areas, the little willow wings. Sneak, sneak, sneak. I need your willow wings. Hey, plant mom. Don't get upset. I'm just trying to steal from you. And willow fronds. Awesome. So at least I can make a few cloud coral, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, okay. Chest, nice. Drax and patch leather, okay. Let's go take out this encampment. This one usually spawns quite a lot of enemies too. Very fun. Excuse me. Lunch break is over. Come on. Over here. Oh, thank you. I'll take your soul. Excusez-moi, sir. Alright. Spider Mom. Ethel Dread. Let's go take you on. So willow wings definitely seem to spawn not so much in forest areas, but like open areas. They seem to like sunshine, which makes sense because they're a plant. Photosynthesis. Any more around here? I could see an infested doggo taking on enemies over there. Is this... Okay, that's a 1-star bounty. Oh, oh, sweet, we found another lot. Awesome. Willow wings, hello. Okay, that's pretty good haul. Alright, so they do kind of hang around grassy forest areas. That's good to know. Any more down here? No. Okay. Alright, big bossy spider time. Oh, Etheldred. Здравствуйте, как дела? Manuki Boyok. Well, she's not quite small. She's more like Orchan Barok, which means giant spider. Alright, so you do get frozen by the stone. How much do you like the Phantom Tails? Well, Phantom Flock, rather. Oh, wow. Okay, you really don't like voltaic damage. That's nice. Yo. So, a heavy attack can knock her out of her stance. That's great. How long does the duration last on you? Being bestoned. Not very long. Okay. Come on. Oh no, you don't get to do that. Oh no, did I get you? Sweet, I did. So that's your stagger. That's your back attack, okay. You really don't like that though. Okay. Healed or polished. Okie dokie. Wotan Fragment, which is a nice dagger, very strong. And another Alka's Breath. How wonderful. Thank you, RNG. How many Alka's Breath does that make? 5. Wow, so she's got the best drop rate. For her rune at least. And then Arcstorm is probably second to that. And then Everflame from, I think, Discharged Nimrod is exceptionally rare. So that's pretty nuts. Okay. What have we got? Oh man, I haven't even been leveling the right Odiak. Silly me. So it's level 24. I was wondering why I wasn't leveling. Now we know, mystery solved. So, Everflame. Attack speed, reduction of armor, additional smite, and magic armor. So that drops us down to 77. I'm going to bring this one anyway, because I want to test out its smite chance, which I believe this one's higher than the Grin. Oshielder. No, I'll stick with the Oshielder for now. The crown does give us more magic defense, though, which is nice. Alright. The Evergreen King. Ooh, 3-star bounty. We will go and do that. Is there a way to get through there, though? I think maybe this way? I love the details in here. This is beautiful. So you can't get out this way. Okay. That's a shame. Secret little tunnels. I like the glowing moss. That's really nice. Or like glowing vines at least. Manuki Power. Hello. Nope. Alright. Baby spiders. We do not like them. Alright, tier star 3. Or tier 3 star. Whichever. Any more willow wings? We have a little purple squirrel in the house. Okie dokie. Oh, willow wings, I need you. Hello, sir. Alright. We'll probably do this, tier 3. There's a lot less quest stuff to do for this one. Alright, that one. And then we'll go see Marta. We do love Marta. Good eve. Okie dokie. We could go take on Kabucha. Actually, we probably can. Kabucha's pretty cool. Little willow wings. Anywhere. Anytime. Alright. Kabucha. Hello. I'm here to take your stuff. Ah, it's the Cabbage Patch Kids. I'll turn you into salad. Hey, little guys. Oh god, you guys are aggressive. Nope, you don't get to do that. Ow. There you go. Potato salad for you. I'm gonna see if I can turn them into a little royal cabbage patch. Come on, there's gotta be more of you. This is great. Come on, salad time. Yay, there's more of you. Come on, come over here. I want to turn you into a little Cabbage Patch Kid. Oh man, I actually missed that. Oh, perfect. More salad. Come on, bud. Eh. See, look. We got a little Cabbage Patch Kids. Love it. The only thing I can't see is your health bar, which is unfortunate. But anyway. Oh no, I forgot that you blocked that. Wow. I forget that you've got that whip attack too. That's dope. Can I kick you to death? Maybe. There we go. Gildor polished. Not too shabby, I guess. But we've got a little potato salad. All of them. Arbera's Braise. Nice. There we go. That's how to make a Cabbage Patch of Kids. I do like these little infested or corrupt avocates. They're really fun to play against. And Kabucha as well. He's really a very different kind of boss, which is nice. I definitely like his mechanics. Alright, we need to go get this blessing. Which is just up the hill. There we go. Alright, Mata. It's your turn, my dear. Your imminent doom. Any willy wings around here? Negatory. We don't have any cloud quell, so we'll see how this boss fight goes. Alright.
Sector Sydney, exterminate the grove.
Alright, I forgot my dagger. Whoops. Ah, sweet. Alright, let's give Everflame a crack. I haven't used it for a while. Yo, that's dope. Alright, enemies, where are you? Yo, that's 700 damage, 252 and 52. That's pretty sweet. Oh man. Excuse me. Oh god, I don't want to do that. Ah. I'm gonna beat you. Oh, okay, I do like the kick mechanic. That's sweet. Okay, you're going to be troublesome. Yo. Alright. There's you three. Okay. Oh, damn. Okay. Right. Static Green, hello. How are you? Super crazy murder. Oh, we can summon flowers? Dope. A fellow Oshelda player. Hell yes. Oshelda was my first choice. As soon as I saw the bestowing mechanic of Oshielda, is absolutely my favorite choice. And I'm really glad that I did, to be honest. I've been doing a lot of testing with the... a lot of the weapons and mini-bosses. The damage output on Oshielda is still pretty good. If I decide to heal with it. Alright, where is Mada? Oh, this one's the further away Soul Gate. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is put the birds on you, take you out because you're really annoying, and hopefully I get a soul from you too. Ah, that'll do. Come here. Also testing out the runes as well. Stealing souls and keeping the rune active has been very nice this this update, that's for sure. And I've been finding it really interesting with the Odiak gauntlets. They either do 1 tick of damage or they don't do like any damage at all, which has been fascinating. So I'm not really sure if some of the bosses have been like revamped. Oh, Blessed by Iridus, is that the one that I want? No, I want the Feybolt joinery. I mean, I'm not going to stick my nose at those, but still. The Feybolt are very difficult to come by. And I definitely want a Feybolt Blessed by Mora for this particular set of Odiak gauntlets, because I want to attune them over to Courage. Tethrin is still king. It's still pretty good overall. I mean, the Fellist ability on its first ability in Tethrin applies to even ranged weapons, so it's not just specifically to melee. You don't have any runes? Yeah, they're relatively low drop chance, unfortunately. Especially the Everflame rune, which is in melee. Arcstorm, I believe, comes from the Wazid in Sedai Stake, which is a really good rune, to be honest, because you can actually apply it to your Flyblades as well. Smite Chance for the Totems are really, really fun. They open up a lot more opportunity to activate a rune if you do have one, so... I got really lucky. I got the... I think the... Arcstorm rune first, and then Alka's Breath I've gotten multiple copies of from the Spider Etheldred. But the melee rune is exceptional. Melee and ranged output is insane on Everflame, so it's very flashy. It's a very good rune. I don't use it as often as what I do the Arcstorm rune, though. But it is still a very good rune. And on the Watan, I think Watan is probably on par with the Grin Dagger as far as Smite Chance goes at base. But applying Smite Chance totems to your weapons increase it even further. So, Watan is a very nice blade. It also comes from Orbmarm, which is just up in this area. And then Everflame does drop from the Discharge Nimrod. It's very rare to get it though, but as I mentioned, the Alka's Breath rune, I've got 5 copies of that, plus the one that I picked up originally. Arcstorm seems to drop a lot less frequently, unfortunately, but Everflame is probably the rarest one in all of the boss runs that I have done so far. But as far as the totems go, like, the opportunities are endless when it comes to damage output and smite reduction, stagger reflection, armor reduction, slowing movement. It's pretty crazy what you can put together, so it's pretty great. Kind of burned out from playing every day. Yeah, I mean, if you're playing every day, you're going to burn out, that's for sure. I do take breaks over, like, during the week. But I keep my play hours to, like, roughly a 2-hour batch. And then I step away, because otherwise I know I'm going to, like, burn out, and I really don't want to. The Arcstorm rune is exceptional. The lightning bolts on it are brutal. So I'm thinking I might actually go and do Impety. I might as well just go and do some of the bosses. I think I took on Dimrod roughly about 2 hours ago, so he'll be back up in an hour. I haven't done the Nell Knight. I did do the Wazard. I've done the Orbmum Etheldred. And I'll finish off with Impety, I think, just for the boss rounds anyway. Have you had any luck with the Orengall's Fang by any chance? Yeah, it's pretty rough trying to get it, to be honest. Oh man, you're joking. Fine. I'm gonna beat you up instead. Yo, okay, maybe you're gonna beat me up instead. Yeah, okay, you will. I love the new, the hanging vines with all the lights in them on the trees. That's really nice. You're extremely rude, Impety. Alright, what did you drop? The Mockery Deathrot. Lovely. So I've done Impety. I've also done Kabucha. I've done Etheldred. I haven't done this one, but I did do Nimrod and the Wizard to start, so I'm going to go do this 3-star, I think. I'm really hoping that I get a Feybolt Joinery that's blessed by Mora. Really tough one to get, to be honest. But I'm really hoping that I do. Because I'd like to switch these Odiak Gauntlets to a Courage attunement, which I think will be even more accessibly powerful working with Courage-based packs like Tetherin. Where's Mr. Ghosty Man? So you're all over in the forest. Okay. Yeah, it's been interesting, this update and preludes, just checking out all the different ways that you can build your totems, your weapons. The runes themselves are really strong. So I'm kind of hoping that we get something like a coal-based one as well. I think that'd be really, really dope. Or even maybe perhaps like a corrupt magic, I think would be really nice. And then a little bit more of a diversification in damage types. Predominantly, there's a lot of sharp damage types in the game for most of the weapons. So it would be nice to see a few more blunt-based weapons come in. We do have the Arcanic magic damage, but the Voltaic seems to be taking the cake with the magic damage output, especially with the Odiak as well. I have all of the packs in the game. I've been playing since Preludes 8. So as far as all of the packs go, I've got all of them. word has it there's more weapons coming in the future. Oh, yeah, I can only imagine there would be. Which is really nice, because I would like to see a little bit more damage diversification between sharp, damage blunt, and possibly a corrupted damage type as well. I think that would be really nice. I'm not sure about the what the damage types will be doing and what kind of weapons will be added into the game. I'm pretty sure it'll be hopefully some extra sword and shield style, or at least like a hammer. I think there's a talk of like a great sword, I think. Ooh, I'm gonna go for the Odin Basalkum. Oh wow, okay, so yeah, it's good to take your time in the preludes, honestly. I probably won't say too much then if you've only just started. But I'm sure that you'll enjoy the preludes. This is a really good time to start the preludes, to be honest. There's been a lot of different additions since the update came through, so it's been an absolute gem of a preludes, I would have to say that. Yeah, the Greatsword. Yeah, I would assume so. I really hope it's the Mendicant Kings, in all honesty, because the design of it is amazing. Alright, what's my range like on... There we go. Okay, good. Range is not too bad on this one. Oh no! Alright, Basalkum. Fire away. Oh wow, it now waits for you? Damn it. Cheeky. There we go. Alright. Banner time. Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely the no. She actually dropped into stream yesterday with Helix Rook, and we all got to catch up. It was really nice. She does amazing work on YouTube. She's very, very good at what she does. And she's got an absolute truckload of knowledge too, so it was really nice to catch up with her and just chat. Bows are obviously like a thing. So it was nice to be able to showcase a little bit of the totem setups, especially on the bows. They're very strong, but I would hope that the damage diversification gets split away a little bit from the arrow hail. It's very useful, but I mean, it's also very it kind of locks you in a little bit to the way that you use a... Hopefully the combat arts will be changing that too. Hey. That's a bit rude. I need my health back. Oh, wait. I don't have the Smite health fusion on this. That's why. I've got Elder Bloom.
Back to Cassia, you scoundrels.
Indeed, Jatar. Indeed. Yeah. Sarah does a lot of amazing work for Soulframe. It was really nice to just chill. And just give feedback to each other around how Soulframe is increasing in popularity, but also just like a lot of the mechanics in the game as well that we've both come across. Helix Rook is also very phenomenally knowledged in this game. I think they've both been part of the prelude since they started. I came in a lot later though. But overall, I've really enjoyed the experience to Soulframe so far. Bows are OP? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, I can switch over to a bow and show you as well. Like, they're absolutely insane. I would hope that there's more bows coming in the game. I have switched the Juniper bow over to a Blessed by Mora to make it courage-based. The Blitzel still outclasses it in damage, though. I do want to level this Odiak, but I'll wait until another time. So I'll switch to the default setup. Excuse me. Where's Tethering? Tethering may say that it's, excuse me, melee based, but that's not necessarily true, not with this pact. This applies its damage output increase to any weapon in the game. And that includes your ranged and also, like, say, fly blades, your ranged, your melees as well. But it also does increase the damage output of, say, like your Odiak, for example. So I actually will showcase that. This is something that we were playing around yesterday with as well. So 1310, that'll be fine. Totem. Let's go courage. I always ensure that I've got a really high armor stat too. It's very beneficial to have that happen. So 13, so we'll do 10, so we'll do 14, 15, and 10. Let's just do that. And my idea around attuning this to courage is that it will actually boost this particular weapon's damage output even further than the actual spirit. So even though I do have an attunement to spirit on both of them at the moment, I'm leveling this one so I can change its attunement later. You don't necessarily need to have, with the level of where I'm at the moment, you don't necessarily have to have a huge amount of courage within the Tethering Pact. It is beneficial for your actual physical damage that you do with your weapons, but I'll show you what I mean. We were trialing this out yesterday, and Felist is a very good, solid ability once the Tethering Pact is completely leveled up to max rank. You can cast its abilities very, very fast. So I'll show you without the Felist ability applied, and then I'll show you with it with. So these guys are like level 14. So not super like weak, not super like strong either. So I'll put the Felist on, and then I'll show you what it does. You literally can get 3 hits in, sometimes even less. It's a compounding damage effect, so it does specifically say melee, etc., which I'm sure that will probably be adjusted roughly at some point, but it still applies its damage application to whatever weapon that you choose. So I've got fly blades on. As long as you can see the Felist active, it will last essentially forever until you've done 5 damage ticks with that particular weapon. But say, for example, you use 5 attacks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you'll see the effect go away. Duration, it doesn't necessarily affect this particular ability for the Tethering Pact, which is actually a good thing. So if it does eventually, which I have a feeling it will, I would say definitely take advantage of this particular output of damage at the moment with Tethering, because it is very effective. Your ranged weapons as well. But yeah, you are right. Bows are extremely strong. Blitzel is a very good bow. Juniper, it does kind of lack a little bit of damage, but it's also dependent on your virtue setup as well, but also the attunement to the actual weapon of which virtue it applies its attunement to. So courage, spirit, grace, it's all very good because it gives you a lot of opportunity to basically enhance a particular weapon and switch it away from a particular attunement. So as far as courage and spirit are concerned, for the most part, they're probably the best attunements to use at present. Grace is useful, but I've found there's not really a reason for me to use Grace outside of perhaps a bit of range. And the smite chance on the arrow hail is absolutely insane. I will be honest, I do have max totems and max rune of the Alka's Breath as well, so the damage output, again, on top of like these enemies being extremely low level, is extremely viable, even against like level 30s as well. So Yeah, it definitely... Oh, squirrel. We definitely have a lot of opportunity to build really good synergies with different packs as well. So Tetherin, I would say, is one of the base packs that you can get or choose, is really, really viable for a lot of reasons, even on ranged equipment. So, I mean, generally, I don't even really need to apply Fellis, to be honest. I don't even have to really max up the arrow shots as much, but if I go and use that against, say, like level 30s, I can show you what that does as well. Actually, a very good example is the Fort Curlal as well. Hopefully I can break free. Another example, though, too, Static Green, is the Siren Pact. It being... Let's go do a tier 3. Essentially, Siren is supposed to be roughly based around a bow, but you can actually turn the second ability, Trick of the Light, into a ticking time bomb. Inherently, you can drop your duration in spirit to the lowest amount that you possibly can, boost your courage virtue up to the maximum that it can go at your envoy level, and you can basically drop your decoy in the middle of everyone that's trying to attack you, and it should explode relatively quickly. So these ticks of damage, as an example, roughly like 200 plus something. You can increase that even more with the rune active as well. It can get up to like 1300 damage, so it's pretty crazy. Not a huge fan of everything being melee. Yeah, I can understand that too. Like, I mean, that's why I chose a Shielder myself, because I prefer magic-based ranged. I do like a lot of the movement. The polearms, I don't necessarily use all that much myself. I'm not a huge fan of them, but the totems attack speed, at least, if you apply 2 totems onto the attack slot that gets opened up by the Everflame rune, it does make a bit of a difference when it comes to the damage output as well. But as far as bows go, they are really good, but the fact that the arrow hail, I would like to see if we can get perhaps like a different style additionally with the bow and arrow. As in, we've got the arrow hail, but can we knock like 2 arrows at once or something like that? I'm just trying to think of like the physics mechanics in the game as they are at the moment. The arrow hail is really good. I'm just not sure what kind of I guess extra ability that we could do with a bow, basically, you know? Alright, so what do we got? We've got a Badagar Stag. Excellent. So let's go take on Odin Basalcom. Hit one mob, and then the entire herd comes as you. Which? Do you mean like with the bows, or...? Yo, okay, that hit me in the face. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna steal your soul, because that's really fun. I'm gonna steal yours too, if you let me. Maybe not. Okay. Using a ranged weapon, hit one mob, and then the herd comes in. Yeah. I really enjoy the arrow hail for that reason. But that's literally just an active rune doing damage to this odorless Elfin. It's insane. I don't know how that just did like a whole ton of damage, but that's the active rune, Alka's Breath. It is maxed to a 3-star as well. It takes about 30,000 harmony to be able to achieve that. But it is achievable to be able to max out your runes. So I've been lucky enough to be able to farm up enough harmony to increase all 3 runes in the melee, the magic, and the Alka's Breath to be able to make some pretty cool builds, especially with Alka's Breath. It's insane. But even with Tethering applied as well... Oh, whoops. Did I just... Okay, the townsperson did not move at all. I'm going to leave them alone. If they didn't get hit by an arrow and did absolutely nothing, that worries me. Okay. Scrolly-poly. Paperwork time. Alright, we'll go see Avocot, and then we'll take on the Bedagar Stag with a bow. But overall, like, the ranged weapon, like, genre of weapons are pretty cool. 30k harmony, bet that took a while to gather. Not really, to be honest. There was a bit of a bug with some of the totems. And as you can see, they replicated themselves. So I've got like 83 of these. I've got 10 of these, 37, 10, 14, 10, 15, 11, 60 of those. They all have different, like, harmony return. So the green gives you about 250 harmony if you melt them down. The runes themselves, if you get replica runes, they generally give you, I don't know, about like 1,000, I think. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I have oodles of these, meaning if I've got 60 of those, like, times 250, that's a lot of harmony to be able to retain in game. So that's how I was able to max out the runes. So essentially it was just a bug in the game. So that's probably something that's going to get corrected at some point. So just capturing animals by themselves, it doesn't happen to every totem, but it does have a duplication effect on some of them, which is beneficial. So that's essentially how I was able to get the rune up to a max level. Turk, how are you? I'm doing very well. I'm just doing a bit of a bow run and going to take on the Bedagar Stag as well. I will take your soul. Thank you very much. Yeah, we just did like an 1100 headshot out of damage. And that's not even fully knocked with the rune active. So they are very, very strong once they're max ranked. But even not having a max ranked rune, you still pop out quite a lot of damage anyway. Alright, Avocot, where are you at, bud? You gotta be right here. Okay. Little Avocot, are you gonna show up, or are you just gonna be invisible to my eye? You should be right here. Where's my leggy? Why isn't he calling me leggy? Where's little Avocot? But I'm good, Artek. I'm just doing a bit of a tier 3 bounty. I'm trying to farm out a Fabot Blessed Joinery by Mora. So I can apply that to a second pair of Odiak Gauntlets to transition it from Spirit-based attunement to a Courage-based weapon. Okay. So where are you hiding, my friend? I feel like the locator is not being accurate on your GPS location. Oh look, there's a duck. Come here. The ambling. Alright. Avocado, where you at, bud? Can you yell at me? Tell me how leggy I am? Let me know where you are. Maybe he's bugged out. Premium currency allows for more inventory space. When are we going to get more? Are we? I don't have an answer for that, unfortunately. I have used a bit of my premium currency to rush maybe a couple of things in the inventory. I have purchased some weapon slots, but not all. And what else did I do? Yeah, I think I rushed a couple of the packs, like Orengall's Pact, because I just didn't think to wait. I was like, nah, I want to test the Pact right now. So when I first started, I think we started with roughly about 150 premium currency, and then we got a little bit more, I think 50, I think roughly around like Preludes 9 or 10, just to test out a bit more premium currency. So they generally will release that information through the Soulframe Discord. If they decide to do that, or at least through a dev stream, when they do have them, which I believe is the 14th of this month for Soulframe as well. Where are you, little bird? Alright, I'm going to go through the night bulb and see if it actually resets the little guy. Come on, buddy. Where you at? Alright, so we got Winter Seed. There's a bunny. Thank you very much. And you're purple. We love that. 34541. If you do get the entire melody right, you do get an offering of extra harmony as well, which is pretty good. But I mean, if you get like a replicant totem of like 60 of them, you can melt those down into harmony and you will have tons of it for a very long time. So yeah, I've got an absolute ton of these, so I'm good for harmony for a while. Alright, Avocot is not spawning, so I'm going to go do the paperwork and see if that's available. Which, this does happen with the bounties at time to time. They don't actually generate a certain part. So just moving on to the next area just to see if it actually has just registered. Oh, she fell over. Okay. I wouldn't mind having like this big mace as a an envoy weapon in our arsenal. Just a massive big club. The sword and shield sinecure as well. Like even just having the hammer and shield as a sword and board option as well would be quite nice. Where'd that dude go? And we've got a tantrum lightning. You can have a tantrum all you want. Alright. So, have we got the paperwork? I'm just going to go do the stag and see if it actually, like, just wraps this whole entire one up. I find this fascinating. Granted, though, are there any will-o-wisps around before we do that? Those little guys are really difficult to find. Well, thank you. What have we got? Courage amplification, 10 minutes. Awesome. I'll take that. Alright, bud. Are you going to get out of the ground? Not yet. Alright, that seems slightly off kilter as well. But that's okay. So yeah, as far as premium currency goes, I'm not sure what the plans are around that just yet. Whether we can start purchasing premium currency at some point. Very much like Platinum and Warframe. So they do have to work out keeping and maintaining the game free to play. So that has been something that's been said. It is free to play. It will always be that way. But they will definitely need ways to make ways that the game can be transactional for players as well. So premium currency, as like Platinum would be, you know, purchase in-game currency, etc. And potentially, I don't know about trading, if that's a thing at all in Soulframe, but perhaps it will be, I don't know. So I'm sure that there's lots of ideas in the mixing pot, so to speak. You're going to do E's event? They're in Australia? Yes. 10O VIP, absolutely. They're actually coming to my home city, Brisbane. So I am absolutely stoked that they're coming here. So, yeah. Like, I get chills just saying that. Like, to actually meet them and just say, like, hi and shake their hand and, like, thank them and just be like, yo, you guys are doing amazing. Like, you know, I think it's pretty dope. I don't really know what to do about this bounty, to be honest. I feel like it's bugged out, unfortunately. Let's have a look-see. Alright, I'm going to switch back to this Odiak because I can. I'm going to put on the Mr. Voodoo outfit, Mr. Papa Legba. Because I really like this outfit, to be honest. Mr. Bone Man. And I'm still going to run... do I want to run Tethrin still? Actually, you know what? I'm going to play with Garen Rude. Because he is rude. I'm not really sure about this, though. I'm going to reset this Pact. I think idle power doesn't seem to be like it's necessary anymore. So perhaps that passive will change at some point. I do want Rooted, I do want Wingspan, and I definitely want Sympathy for regain life on health on Smite. Which, for this Pact, you don't really need that, but I mean, why not? And then you can gain Spirit, because this is more of a Spirit-based Pact, but what I want to try is the defense against Stagger. So I can't max it out, unfortunately. So I'll put the rest into there. Grace, I don't really care for. Courage, I do, and basically max health at the moment is relatively good at 300, so... What have we got? It's a spirit-based pact, so I'll do at least 10 courage, 10 grace, spirit, and just a little bit more courage, I think. So this will have a much higher damage output as well. But I'm wondering, it's just because of level. So I've got to level this one up to 30. And then that will give me at least a boost in courage output with the Torment. Duration should be fine on that one. And then the duration of the Stampede. We love that. I hope they don't go with the same payment service. I'm not exactly sure what the payment service is. As in, say, for like Warframe. I generally do like most of my transactions through Steam, and that works fine. Have you had issues with like purchasing Platinum, or? Yeah, I'm not too sure what to do about this 3-star, so I think I'm going to run away from it. Okay, right. Well, they may be switching it up. Maybe in the future. Who knows? The Punter. Alright, I am going to exit this tier 3 bounty because it is not activating properly. I do just want to activate the stag though. Let's see if I can. Your little toe of Ode. Interesting. Okay, right. Did they give you a reason for that at all? Like, did they give you any correspondence or? Come on, Mr. Stag. Do you want to spawn? Alright, you don't want to spawn. That's fine. Where's the closest dungeon? Probably this one, so... Whoopsie. Alright, I'm gonna go get into that dungeon. I'll come back out again, and hopefully we get a tier 3 again. And hopefully it doesn't bug out. We've almost got 100 winter squash seeds. I do need another willow wings, though. So hopefully we can find the little troopers around here somewhere. I know that they like the sunshine at least. Come on, guys. Little willow wings. And it would also be kind of cool to be able to charm the little baby willow wings, though, to be a pet. Not gonna lie, I would love that. Hell yeah, fist palm. The nimble. Do we have any willow wings? Rose's bodkin. No willow wings? No? Anyway? No? Okay. Come on. Where you hiding? Okay. Willow wings. I need you. Static green, that is unfortunate on the scenario that you mentioned. I don't really know much to say on that. It could be any sort of number of things, though. Oh, okay, right. Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I have had people mention those sorts of scenarios before, which is really unfortunate, because... like, it's not your fault, but then it's unfortunate because all other, like, parties need to look at, okay, like, the dispute resolution side, but also, like, the legality of, like, saving their ass in a way, you know? Like, they've got to be protectorate against, like, potentials of fraud, etc., which have been, like, mentioned in the past. Not a huge deal of it, but there has been scenarios that I've heard about. Yeah, so it's unfortunate that, yeah, in that sort of area of, you know, it's not an easy process to go into, say, like, mitigation, because there are so many different parties involved, and also, like, terms of services and stuff like that too, but... you know, say as an example, it was like a hacking or something of your account kind of deal, then, you know, that's not your fault. But because your name's attached to it, like, proof and evidence is, you know, sometimes hard to come by. So, I can definitely understand the frustration there, but I can also understand it from a provider of service, as an example. It would be a tough scenario for everyone involved, so... not ideal, that's for sure. And yeah, I have heard of those scenarios popping up here and there. And I think that's why, like, a lot of institutions are starting to change, like, a lot of their procedures around, you know, informational gathering, data protection, all that sort of stuff. So, which is nice to see, but I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes online. Like, everything's online now, so it's pretty crazy. Alright, I'm gonna go level these gauntlets up, I think. I'm not really having luck with the tier 3 bounties. So, let's go to Fort Carlisle. I could go to like the high level areas, but in all honesty, I'm probably gonna go soon and make myself some lunches and be human. Alright, Garen Rude, let's party. Garen Rude is my favorite pact purely for that reason, that you can headbutt the crap out of an enemy. It's great. And fly kick them as well. Very cool. Alright, run, jump, and fly kick. Love it. No. You don't get to do your magical arrow thing to me. I love the fact that we got the kick mechanic back at the game. Ooh, thank you very much for your soul. Alright, give me lots of XP, please. I really would like to level this weapon up. Excuse me. Hey, none of that. Very tempered. I have so many of those. Dope. Level 25. Don't mana badu. Excuse me. Alright. Let's go grab some experience. What level are you? Level 20. That'll do. Fort Carlisle. I enjoy you. Can I have your soul? It amazes me that they can block these, the stags as well. But in a good way. I mean, they've got to mitigate your damage somehow. Alright, we got the Snipertrons on. Funny that I mention a Warframe weapon, Snipertron. I think that's actually one of the first sniper rifles in Warframe. Alright, where are you? Okay, my range of this particular ability does not reach you, unfortunately. But my Odiak does. Indeed. I love my Papa Legba. Very cool. Alright, so there's a 1-star there. I'll see if I can wait out just for the tier 3 bounty. Let's have a look. Tarjatar. There's a 2-star there. Come on, give me a 3-star. Willow Wings. Trying to figure out where else they would spawn relatively close to the starting locations. So it would be nice to see if they increase the spawn rate for those little guys, though, because we certainly do need them now that the Cloud Quell potion is craftable with Verminia. How do I go about changing packs? I'm currently level 4 with Alka. If you're level 4 with the Alka, my recommendation would be max yourself up to rank 5 with them and stay with them for a little bit longer. Purchase 2 of the Shimmering Shards, and then you can make the Rose's Bodkin for the Silent Rose and the Medallion of Mora for Kith of Kings. You should have plenty of those little, what are they called now? Medallions, I guess. So you got Medallion of Mora and the Rose's Bodkin. You should have plenty of these. So they're not called totems anymore. They used to be called that. But I guess like amulets, necklaces, I can't remember it. Talisman, that's it. I would make these 2 first with the Shimmering Shards that you get from Alka's Children. up to you which faction that you want to switch away from and to. So, you're an Alka's Children. If I was starting Soulframe now, I would honestly go to Silent Rose first, because it has the Pact, Ode Tempest, it has the fragments for the Rook, Polearm. You've got like a whole bunch of different items in there, which is very good. But Silent Rose also has quite a good RNG drop chance of your joineries in the game. It's how I've been able to get a lot more of like the Feybolt joineries and lots of the Blessed joineries as well. So it seems to be the best RNG drop chance for the rarest items in the game by being part of Silent Rose. That's how I would go about it. And then max out Silent Rose and then just shift to Kith of Kings. You can shift to either one if you want, because you do get the Hand of Mora from Kith of Kings, but the Ode Tempest is undoubtedly one of the better packs to have in the game. Although it has had a bit of a shift, so in its damage output. Interesting to see what people have been saying about the Ode Tempest, but it is still a very good pack overall. I'm at work, so I'm glad I'm in and out of chat, but I'm listening. I stopped playing Warframe prior to official launch, so I didn't know they had added sniper rifles. Oh, true. Okay, so it has been a while, diddly. Fair enough. So craft the talisman first, level 5. Okay, yeah, I would honestly do it that way. Because once you've ranked up to rank 5 and purchased everything that you can from that particular faction, I would honestly go to Silent Rose and then finish off with Kith of Kings. I did it the other way. I started with the Alka's Children, and then I went to Kith of Kings because I was so excited about Mora's Hand, that Pact in particular, and then I finished off with Silent Rose. But then I stayed with Silent Rose because of the RNG drop chances that that particular faction seems to have for predominantly all of the like tier 3 bounties, your bannerets, the types of bosses that get generated at the end of every Silent Rose tier 3 Sparrowtail as well. So that would be my recommendation and pathway at present until something else new comes up. I do have an alt account for Soulframe as well, so I am probably going to go back and do the 3rd episode of a walkthrough series that I was doing for Soulframe, just showcasing your very beginning area and the steps to follow through with, say, like getting the Juniper Bow, getting the first Fragment, doing the College of Pensives, figuring out what the Nightfold is, showcasing how Virtues work with the Envoy, and then, you know, moving on to different ancestors. I don't really want to ruin anything for anyone if you're relatively new to Soulframe. So I am really looking to reignite that series as well. So I do have like YouTube and stuff as well. So in those links, if you choose to, you don't have to. But if you're interested in checking out like the Soulframe playlist on YouTube, you're welcome to. So I do a lot of short stuff, but I did step away from doing the Envoy's journey because there was a bit of a bug where Nimrod was not spawning. So I decided to back off on that until a future hotfix, which is now this update. So I'm going to reignite that at some point as well. So, hey, bud.
Oi, leggy.
There we go. I missed you calling me leggy, mate. Alright. Where is the Ghost Man? I like that D showcases different Soulframe creators. Helps a lot for the new players. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I do too. I'm really glad I've met Helix Rook, and yesterday I got to meet Sarah Loves Archery. So it's really cool. Sarah Loves Archery. She does an amazing job with her YouTube stuff. Like, she's insanely good. And she's a really lovely human, so it was really nice to actually sit and talk with someone who has a passion for the game like I do. Or, like, in our own ways, but we can share that passion, you know? So, it's pretty nice. And for most people I've met in Soulframe too, like, everyone is really, really lovely. It's really nice to share different mechanics, builds, etc. as well. Generally, I personally like doing it while it's live. because I'm used to doing educational stuff in the real world. So yeah, and just having a chat with people too, like that's the biggest driver for me of pushing and creating content, is because this game is really, really nice for being such a short period of time. And the fact that DE creates both Warframe and Soulframe, and both games can benefit from that, I thought was a really nice incentive to start doing content creation, etc. And just building that particular skill. I'd probably only be doing like the streaming for about like 6 months, I'd say, if that. Crone Kabita Mask. I think I've already got you anyway. But certainly enjoying the ride for sure. So Diddley, I'm writing some of this down for when I get in Silent Rose Pack first, and then which one? Oh, well, I mean, it depends on what you want to do. Like, have a look at the packs. The starter packs, at least. You know, you've got Tethrin, which is Courage. I started with the Oshielda, purely because of the healing mechanic of the Elder Bloom, but also because I like spirit style, like magic user style. And you do start with the Gwilyn Staff as well. You don't start with the Odiak Gauntlets anymore. So pick whatever Pact that you want to. You do obtain some bonus stats within that particular virtue. So if you choose Sirin, you get Grace bonus stats to your Envoy. If you choose the Oshielda, you get Spirit, and then with Tethrin, you get a few extra points in the in Courage. But you're not completely stuck to using that Pact permanently. You do get access to other packs. The only thing is, like, you just get a few bonus points within one of those virtues, whichever Pact that you choose. But I'm glad that I chose the Oshielda Pact. It's one of my favorites, and has been so since I started Soulframe. Hey, buddy.
Oi, Leggy.
That's right. Call me Leggy. I will note, though, I have these in my Avocot shop, only because I've actually acquired these within my game. If you come up against an Avocot, I'm going to assume these are not available to you for Drax. But you wouldn't even have Drax, enough Drax, I would say, especially starting out. But a recommendation would definitely be go and collect your world trees. And the motes, they're gold little orbs that hang out around each point of interest. And you won't be able to see College of Pensives to start with. It will be a jumble of different runes. You can acquire the motes in a bit of a cheeky way. Say, for example, like, this is going to be one of the first areas that you come across. If you want to translate this particular rune name for College of Pensives, just run around until you find the gold floating orbs in the air, absorb all of them, come up here, log out, and then log back into the game. It should respawn you relatively close to this particular area, and then you can come back and then absorb the rest of the motes. I'm pretty confident that you can still do the login, log out method. If that's changed, then it's changed. So that makes sense. I'll probably start as a magic user. Yeah, I mean, like, Oshielda is a very, very, very good Pact. I'll just whack that on, because this is my default setup, so I like being able to just swap between whatever. But Oshielda is really good. Like, bestoning enemies, if you direct your actual projectile specifically at an enemy, it does freeze or stone more enemies around you. Elder Bloom is insanely good healing. It has been a little bit adjusted, I'll say. So it's not as powerful as what it was, but it's still very strong as a healing mechanic. But then Phantom Flock as well is very good. I haven't done the entire setup for it. Lol. I would recommend, if you're starting out with a Pact, so this is actually really good. I'm really glad that we're doing this. I would work towards leveling your Pact and maximizing your points within a kin. Grace is more of your range. Iridis's favor is to boost your spirit, which is beneficial to this pact, but that's also based on duration. Mora's pride is gaining courage, which is your strength damage output. If I was starting out in Soulframe, I would work along this tree up until Iridis's favor, and then put your points into your maximum life to increase that until you're at least rank 30 with that particular pact. Then what I would do is reset your arts. It costs you nothing to do that. I would put a point into Rooted, and then 1 point into Wingspan, and then completely max out your points in Sympathy and Voided. And the reason why I would do these two is because you regain life on a smote or smitten enemy. They start glowing, and you can pull their soul out of their body, but you can also do damage on smite as well. That's how I would be building Oshielda to start with. If you do have a surplus of points, I mean, Tendril is a passive, so it doesn't really do damage over time for the roots, but I still utilize it. So this will basically increase the chance that it like wraps like vines around enemies for just a few seconds. But then what I've chosen to do is reset this entire pact. I'm 1 point short to be able to give myself a lot more stagger defense with Rooted, so it is useful. You can give Vernal Pool, but I don't really spend a lot of time standing in water to recharge when a kin does that sufficiently. So I would probably say put a point into each of these to be able to just boost each statistic or virtue point for this pact. So that's how I would go about building Oshielda to start with. Keeping in mind, though, I do, as being like a spirit user, originally, my spirit cannot go down below certain statistics, depending on how I build the actual pact itself within its combat art tree. So I can't go below like 14 in spirit, which is duration. So that gives me a little bit more flexibility on damage output, but also range of how far I can cast an ability. So if I do 16, 14, 15, I do have this amulet on, which boosts my courage. I can boost the range output for it, and I can boost the armor rating with this particular item as well. But these are a little bit more later within the game. So you do start off with your own starter talisman. So Oshielda gets the Spirit, Silent Rose with Siren get the +1 Grace, and then the Medallion of Mora get the +1 for Courage for damage output. These are also special items that you can get from a different event altogether once you get up to the area of where you can start building them. It's quite a good event too. The only thing I will say, it does have something to do with the King, so I'll leave it at that. But you do end up getting this particular talisman that you can build to give you 1 stat spread in all virtues that you have. So this one is actually quite a good one as well. So I can probably even whack that on. So I do like the Triune Amulet for that reason as well. So let's do 12, 16, 15. So it's a relatively balanced pact, I would say. Wolf, how are you? I'm doing well. Alright, we're going to go take on Marta again. Diddley? Thanks. Oh, no worries. You're very welcome. Like I said yesterday, like this is why I like doing the Soulframe streams and the lives, YouTube, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, the more information I can share and just keep up to date with stuff. Wait a minute. Why are you here already, Nimrod? Okay. Apparently you just want to be here, which is wonderful. So with Oshielda, like when I first started, we did get the Odiak gauntlets as your starter kit weapon, but that now has been transitioned to the Gwilyn staff, which is still extremely effective. I do have to say though, now that the damage applications have changed in the game, Odiak's voltaic damage is extremely strong. especially with a particular patch that you will come up across. But casting your ability, you can force proc an aim down sight as well. So I do recommend, when you're getting used to the mechanics of Soulframe, you can allocate block, and that's your aim of sight, with bows as well, weapons as well, heavy attacks as well. So if you find that your character's locking onto a particular enemy, which most of the time they'll lock onto a boss, I would be mindful of using the block button to switch your envoy's attention to that enemy that's in front of you. I'm going to try to get these guys out of here because they kind of annoy me. But I would like their soul, so... There we go. Alright, so yeah. If you're looking at someone, just press block and aim sight. And then eventually, you will cast off the Phantom Flock. Which is pretty good, because they're only doing like one hit of damage to this dude. And he's very strong anyway, so... Oh, let's give him a heart attack. He is a voltaic-based enemy, so I find it very interesting that the Nimrod gauntlets... the Odiak gauntlets do as much damage as they do. Which I found very interesting, but I'm not complaining about it. So you basically just have to fill up their stagger bar. So you can do extra damage to them. So it does look like the stagger bars are changing certain damage output to certain enemies as well. But the runes, once you empower and steal a soul, are extremely strong. Do keep in mind they are pretty difficult to get, firstly, but secondarily, they're amazing. So they do make a bit of a piece of cake of bosses in the game as well. So Solace 1, you will get a lot of fragments for that. That is a longsword 2-star spirit sword attunement. I'm such a nerd. But there you go. There's a 3-star martyr Sparrowtail. I would recommend starting off with the Sparrowtail 1 and 2 and max out whatever weapons that you can craft as well. Hell yeah, victory stamps. Hello, Ben. Thanks, Flappy Bird. Feybolt, blessed by Mora. I hope. Wait. Okay, I won't be getting one. That's unfortunate. I can probably showcase the Gwillin, because I haven't actually used it for a while. But it is a really nice staff as well. Also, I did want to note, for you guys who don't know, I do have totems that are max rank within my flyblades, my secondary weapons, and they boost my armor as well. You get 15 and you get 12 with a maxed rat or duck, depending on what color they are. So certain totems will only get a particular color rating. Green is your most... like, they're efficient, but they're not as strong in stat, but they still are very useful. So you can get a duck for different weapons. You can get a green level, a purple, or a gold. And gold are generally the strongest. So it depends on which weapon types allow for a yellow totem, essentially. I think on the bows, they've actually got some really strong ones, to be honest. More so in the primary weapons. No, I'm trying to think of which one now. Oh, there we go. So, as an example, like, you've got a gold deer. They give you a lot more stability if you have it in the defense slot. But in the primary slot, I can say I want to put more stagger on primary attacks. So that fills up the stagger bar of the enemy I'm trying to attack, basically. With the arrow hail, it slows enemies' movement by 8 seconds, but I can also put this one on. Arrow hail reduces enemy armor by 11. I don't know exactly how much armor is reduced. But I guess I probably could put that on and just give that a test as well. So, which is decent because armor removal, I'm assuming, if it's applicable, which it would be quite good. You can change your charge rate as well. These two are purple. Attunement, I guess you could say. But once they're maxed, they're very, very effective. But even though this is a green duck, the fact that this one has a slow on it is phenomenal for the bows. But also, to preface, I do have a max Alka's Breath rune as well. And that costs around like 30k standing, 3200 I think. And I've been lucky enough somehow to get 5 different copies of the same rune. So I'm just holding on to those. But if I wanted to release it, it gives me 2500 standing, harmony, to be able to keep on leveling up certain totems that I want. So it's definitely something you can look forward to down the line. Depending on how like fast you kind of want to go through the game, I guess. My recommendation, take your time. There's lots to do. And I mean, it's your game, you play it your way. But overall, I might actually just go do the Nell Knight. I think Nimrod and the Wazid would be up now. Yeah, I've been doing roughly a 3-hour stream, so those guys would be good to go by now. As far as leveling this particular Odiak, I haven't done too badly, but I really would like to see if I can get a Fable joinery that's blessed by Mora, so I can shift this little guy around. It's not going to make too much of a difference, though, I don't think. Alright, you're not going to bug out and give me a Vadagar stag? That's a shame. You got 500k Drax. Static green? Yeah, you literally will be able to just stack cash in this game, which is good. Goodbye. Alright. I don't think Orb Mother will be up. I took these guys out roughly around 2 hours, so I can go do the Banneret at least, and then I'll switch it up to the Nell Knight. I don't know if the Nell Knight drops any runes. I don't think he does. I know the Orb Mother, well, Evil Dread, the Spider Mom drops the Alka's Breath rune for the bows. But I have been trying to find a lot of willy wings around too, which they don't seem to really spawn all that often. You just kind of stumble across them, unfortunately. And there's no real guarantee that they'll show up. They just kind of spawn in randomized locations. There's a toe of O at least. If you are looking for these particular ones, you can jump down to Birdie's Bog as well. So it's a little bit, I'd say like southwest. Birdie's Bog is a very good farming location for a lot of materials, especially those. But if you do need something like the Sinecures Maiden, I think, you can come to these corrupted areas, like New Vissi all the way down here if you choose to. Sedea's Stake is quite a centralized location. And then the Stroake area as well drop those particular materials. Oh, Willow Wings, where are you? I'm going to bypass these guys and just go for Nell Knight, because he is pretty fun. I would like to see if that big weapon of his becomes obtainable to the envoys. Oh, there we go. We got some Willow Wings right here. They generally sit out predominantly in the open areas. And you always got to creep up on the big fat one in the middle. Gimme. It's the only way that you can get a Willow Wing. So we just got 6 from that dude, so that's good. And the little dudes, they all drop the Willow Fronds as well. But always sneak up to the big fat one in the middle first. Yo, we got a pretty good haul from those dudes too. And that helps to make the Cloud Quell potion with Verminia. We used to get a free one, but that's changed. Sweet, we got a level 3 Sparrowtail up here as well, so we'll go do that. And I am trying to kind of figure out, is there like roughly a location where those willow wings like roughly spawn? Like say if we could dip in and out of the Neathans and maybe come up to this area and they respawn again, I don't know. I have been looking around for areas that seem to spawn them, but they definitely seem randomized. Or they'll be hanging out on, say, like a sunny edge of like a forest. Not quite in the shade. So, hey bub. Alright, I'll take your soul, thank you very much. If you can, always try to aim downside. Especially for the sparrows, because they do a lot more damage that way. Randip doesn't really like Odiak either. Most bosses don't. It's pretty... Oh, Vetch. Nice. That is a really nice longsword. I have to actually re-level that. Not necessarily have to, but... Alright. Sweet. Very tempered. Alright, let's go find Ghosty Man. Sometimes you will find the willow wings will spawn around these sorts of areas, but still more so in like the grassy area. That is a tree stump. Okay. It is a non-aggressive tree stump. Himrose is something that you'll come across all the time. Alright, where is Ghosty Man? He's hiding in the bush. That can happen quite a lot with Avocado as well. Alright, what do we got? Badagar Stag. Excellent. Famora. How do I get those shimmers you mentioned? Oh, the shimmer shards? You've got to get rep standing. So by doing these Sparrowtails, you get a certain amount of rep for the faction that you're part of. You'd have to do maybe a couple of runs, but eventually you should be able to get like the daily cap of your rep standing. And you can bank it up to about 30,000, I believe it's at rank 5. But the Shimmering Shards is what you want to purchase. You want to purchase 2 of them. One for each faction that we discussed before. So if you're switching from like Silent Rose to Alka's Children and Kith of Kings, then you've got to build those 2 talismans for those 2 different factions to be able to enter them the very first time. I actually ended up buying, I think, maybe a few more. I think about 2 or 3 more. I can't quite recall. Hang on. Shimmering Shard. I know I've got them. Where are you hiding in my inventory? Maybe on a Fragments. Totems, Fragments. There we go. Shimmering Shard? Maybe not. I know I've got them. Oh, they're probably miscellaneous, that's why. I've actually got 5 Shimmering Shards. I have no idea why. But purchasing 2 from your very first faction to be able to switch to the other 2 factions is a wise move. Because then you save yourself some time later. Especially with, like, rep grind, basically. So if you do it from your very first faction, it's a much more effective and efficient way of doing it. Where is this corrupted enemy? Okay, that's done. Is there a chest here, though? Negatory. Alright, we're gonna go take on the, Badagar Stag. And I really hope that it gives me a Feybob blessed by Mortar. Alright. Any willy wings around? Come on, little guys. I know that you like pollinating everywhere. No? Okay. Oh, grumble, grumble. Alright, bub. Let's dance. I mean, you can dance. And you can also freeze. Alright. Generally his bell is the weak point for him, but it doesn't seem to be targetable like it used to be. Okay. Some of the bosses seem to be extremely resistant against the voltaic for some reason. Some do, some don't. It's very odd. Unless I'm missing something with the maybe it's like the classification of damage type that they're resistant to. So let's go melee. So I do have that healing or regeneration ability, the Vernal Pool active. I've only got 1 point in it, but say for example I use one of my abilities, I can jump back in the water. You can see when standing in water you get like a little swirly green aura around you. It helps to refill that particular ability faster. So it's a good node to use. So if you do want to play with stuff, definitely play around with builds. Like, I just play with what I like. Alright, so its entire head is not targetable. Okay, interesting. Yo, okay. That's also the passive of O'Shelter. The roots. Sometimes when they hit you, they get frozen for a very small amount of time. Still handy though. But this dude is definitely a lot tougher than he used to be. So I wonder if it's this particular enemy as well. Interesting. Oh no, you fell over? Right, so that's stagger. I get that. I feel like I'm missing something. So, the spell is generally its weak point. So what's changed? There's your stagger. That makes sense. But then, why can't we aim at its weak point? Yeah, that's O'Shielder's passive right there. The vines. They're pretty good. Alright, so you're down. I'm fascinated by this boss. Alright, so there was more of a damage tick there. So 27, 25. So heavy attacks definitely do a lot more damage than the actual primary attack. And it can also bug out using the Flappy Bird mechanic too. Good to know. Alright, so the heavy attack definitely works and is far more effective than anything else. Yo, it's got the zoomies. That's hilarious. Alright, this boss is definitely buggy, but it's great. Did you get the zoomies? You get the zoomies. Right, so there's your stagger gone. And then boosted heavy attacks. See what that does. Alright, does that give me a soul though? No. Alright, so heavy attacks are far more effective than a singular hit. Alright. Interesting, because the one that I fought earlier definitely took a lot more damage and a lot faster than this one did. So maybe it's that particular model. Anyway. Oh no, I could still hear it grumbling. Fable, blessed by Mora. Damn it. This is also where you can get Garen's outfits from too. By taking on these Vadagar stags. I generally find the ones with the Silent Rose faction are a little bit more giving in, say, like the joineries department. You already got Orengall's Fang? I don't think so, no. I've got the, I think I've got 2 out of 3, to be honest, Turk. Yeah, I've got 1 more to go. It's an extremely hard fragment to pick up, to be honest. It just depends on, like, the tile set generation of the Glades of Anduin. I still found the second one within the glades that are just south of Kurla, like these ones here. So I guess running in and out of there, you can grab the fragment, but it's very rare for it to drop. I couldn't tell you what the drop chance is, but it's extremely low. But that's definitely the place to farm it out if you can. Yeah, it's 3 fragments, yeah. Oh, really? Wow. I know it kind of sounds out of the box, but maybe try, like, changing your region. I haven't actually thought about that before. But just, I don't know why I thought it, but I just thought, maybe change your region, and then, what faction are you part of? Is it Silent Rose, I think? Where is the Glades of Anduin? Is this one here? Dermak Undercity. I'll just go to this one. Flappy Bird, take me home. Alright, we'll go to the Glades area and see where that drops me out. Am I going the right way, Flappy Bird? No, I'm not. There we go. This way. Come on. Come on, Flappy Bird. This way. What? Come on. Alright. Fine. I'll put a waypoint down, and you still go the other way. There you go. Okay. Good, Flappy Bird. Follow the waypoint. There we go. Hey, bud.
Big boy.
Hello. I'm very keen to see more Avocot dialogue, though. I cannot count the amount of times I've been called leggy. Which is true, but, you know. Oh, come on, you little bugger. Come on. Stop running away from me. Come on. Oh, I can't even select you. Okay, right. Ooh. Foresty area. So, wait. Did I just... Where's the Nathan's place? It's literally here. Ah. Look at that. Hey, little willow wing. The big fat one. Gotcha. Eat it. Sweet. Nice. Okay. Good to know. Actually, you know what I want to try? Oh, so this is an exit for the Glades of Anduin. So that's literally here. And that's just southeast. Okay, good to know, good to know. Glades of Anduin, we'll still go there. Alright, so they do hang out around exit points, roughly. Okay, good to know. But always in a sunny area. We got pumpkin. 108. Nice. Okay. Are there any on top of the hill? We've got ghosts again. Alright, so this is foliage. So this is what I mean, like, I would assume in really dense, compact areas of, like, foliage, that's where the willow wings would be hanging out. I wonder if Impity's up. Oh, Impity? Are you late? No. Okay. So we've still got some time for Impity to resurrect himself. So what do we got? Dermak Undercity. Glades of Anduin. So I'll run that one, and then hopefully that will bring me back into like the middle of the map. And then I may have a look into like a few things of the patch notes, and then see if I can compile some information. Hey, bud. Yo, you are a gold rabbit. 445. Wonderful. That's 800 harmony as well, so that's pretty good. Gold capture. Oh, sweet. You're for a longsword too. Dope. Thanks, bud. With the totems though as well, say if you've got like a few copies of those gold totems, you can just jump back into your inventory and basically just kind of destroy it if you really want to. So gold bunnies, they give you Kickstagger, increases the charge rate of the next heavy attack by 50%, which is really nice, to be honest. Somehow I've got 11 copies. The gold ones give you 750, so I can melt these down if I really want to and just add to my pool. Even these ones, they only give you about 250, but man, just that stuck up real quick. So very, very cool to know that presently there's roughly 3 different totems that give you replicas of the copy that you've got. Technically, we should only be getting 1 per capture, but the game, for some reason, has been multiplying at random certain copies of totems that you collect. So, unfortunately, not the the runes themselves. The RNG drop chances on them are extremely hard to obtain, but because I just was very vigilant with doing the runs, I did all of mine solo as well. I didn't do them much with other players, and I found that my RNG was a lot more effective at dropping rare items over being in a squad. So I'm not really sure how the drop tables are distributed exactly within, say, like what the patch notes say and the actuality. But I have found predominantly, I've played Soulframe mostly solo, especially when I'm focus farming certain things. So the runes were one of them, and I found that the RNG drop chance that I had was pretty good, to be honest. Alright, where's the entrance? This one here. Alright, Papa Legba. Go. Can I have someone's soul at least? Come on. Give me a soul. I'll take yours too. Dope. Level 26. We enjoy that. Alright, so is this Glades of Andoran? It is. Awesome. Okay. I don't know if there's a chest around. But I mean, I can take it if there is. Pumpkin. I'll take that. There's a scarecrow over there. I don't know if there's anything else. There's a party over here. Party over there. Alright. Uh-oh. I do want your soul. Can I have it? No? Okay. Hey, you're supposed to be stoned. Alright. There we go. I'll take your soul this time. Oh, wait. That's like a... That's not a smite. What is that? Yo, the damage on the Watan Dagger 2 is pretty good. Alright, buddy. Half health reduction on an enemy unit is really nice. Alright. Let's go through these and then I'll see if I can get an Orengall's Fang. I'm glad that you mentioned that Turk, because I was thinking, man, I'm pretty sure I had to go get another one, which I do. So it is a bit unfortunate that the that it does give you 3 to look for. I did just do a snooze on that advertising break, because we all absolutely love advertising. Quicksilver polished. You know what would have been even better than that? An Orengall's Fang. Ah, thank you very much. Okay. I really hope that we do get an Orengall's Fang. Rejoice, rejoice. We adore thee. Sprout Frag Seed, okay. Dendrite Weave. Maybe if we just overload the amount of items that we're picking up, the game will freak out and be like, alright, here's an Orengall's Fang. We could only hope. Beaver Delight. Hello. Goodbye. The kicking mechanic in this game is super satisfying. Even better, to be honest, is the Garen Rude Pact with a headbutt. That's super fun. Is this the... Yes, this is the default. Sweet. Where are ya? Garen Rude. I'm Garen Rude. That was probably one of my favorite fables, to be honest. Hey, bud. Yeah, headbutt time. If you have enough courage built into the Torment #1 ability of Garen Rude, it actually smacks the crap out of enemies. Very effective against the heavy units too. Let's have a looky. I mean, even that storm shield that these enemies have, I've thought about it this way. I wouldn't actually mind having that on the Ode Tempest instead of the big fireball thing. I love how the assassins miss with their throwing knives every single time. I bet you they're the next enemy that's going to get the targeting upgrade in the game, as well as the archers, because they are savage. Alright, come on, Orengall's Fang. I know it's not the particular area that I mentioned before, but, you know, we might get lucky. There's usually a chest up here or behind this wall too. Or both. Sprout Folk Front. And there is a little hallway through here. And there's usually a gold chest just up on here. Please, Orengall's Fang. God damn it. Quicksilver polished. Alright, I mean, I shouldn't shake my fist at that, but still. A Quicksilver Blessed by Mora would be great. Or, like, Iridus. That'd be nice. Because then I can finally make my Spirit Bow of Juniper. I don't think there's any pre-generated chests, but we've got to check anyway. Whoopsie. Alright, jump up here. I do like the Glades area. It's very beautifully put together. Hey, bud. Oh, yo, thank you very much. I'll take that. Alright, there should be a big armored unit around here somewhere. No? Maybe I'm wrong. Not there. Weapon racks, always a good pickup. Ooh, what's up here? Okay. Oh no, we got an ad break. Alright, I think our advertising thing is going to kick in. Unfortunate, though. We have a... What is this? That's amazing. I'm making this into a short. This is how happy our envoy is on the inside. That's dope. You know what that actually makes me think of? Is that Liberian Cephalon in Warframe. Except you can see the eyeballs from the inside. Oh my gosh. Fascinating. But also extremely creepy. I've had this happen once before, but that's really funny. Yeah, that's going to be made into a short for sure. Hello. Thank you. Now, Orengall's Fang. Nuts. Alright, there we go. Stalwart. That's okay. Stalwart Bunny. Is there a chest over here? A chest over there? Chest, and everywhere. Alright. Come on. I really want the Orengall's Fang. Sometimes there's a chest behind that bush. The Mighty Lebouche. That was actually a really good TV show. Ah, puzzle time. Excellent. What do we got? Fly blades. So... I lie. So it's this one. There we go. That's the first one. I think this is the second switch behind that tree. And the last one is just here. I think. Or maybe that's the last one. Yeah, that's the last one. No, it's not. There we go. Sky. Hi. How are you? From the YouTube. Man, Quicksilver polished again. Okay. Do 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 do. Oh man, Orengall's Fang would be freaking amazing if it actually dropped. Alright, I think that is this run completed. Alright, RNG is not in our favor today. Especially not for the Orengall's Fang. But that is the reason that we need to keep grinding. Any magic chest? No? Okay. Where does this drop us out though? So this drops us off near Siday's Stake. Ah, okay. Cool. So that's that one there. Right next to a world tree. Fantastical. Alright. Well, I think what I'm going to do is probably wrap up stream here. Oh, wow. You started playing Soulframe? Yeah, it's amazing. It's very, very cool. I certainly enjoyed it. And welcome to Soulframe too. It's a very good game. What pack did you start with in the initial choices? So what have we got? 15 attack speed, smite chance, magic armor, physical. That will be sufficient. Oh, you started with the Oshielder? Nice. Very good choice. Very, very strong Pact. Very balanced, I would say, as far as the abilities are concerned. Elder Bloom's incredible. Bestone, freezing enemies. It's very, very good. And Phantom Flock is just really fun. It's a very good Pact. That's my original starter kit, so I'm very pleased that I started with the Oshielder, because it started with the Odiak weapons, but you would have started with the Gwilyn staff, which is still very strong as well, so very, very good. You will look forward to getting all of the build setup stuff that I've got as well, but I would honestly say just take your time, enjoy the ride. It's a really good game. Explore. That's the basis of this game, is exploration. So I would highly recommend enjoying your entire time with it, to be honest. I love it, to be honest. It's a very, very fun game. Lots of different mechanics. Using the virtues as well is something that I found was really interesting to start off with. I didn't quite understand the attunement, but as you go along, you do learn a lot more mechanics about the game, and the reasoning behind attuning your weapon to a particular virtue allows for more successful damage outlay and output as well. So you're currently getting all the world trees? Yeah, that's very wise. That's pretty much how I started Soulframe, to be honest. And the map's quite large as well. Considering we don't necessarily have anything that's like fast travel in the game, it does have a lot to acquire. So I would say definitely take your time. I will say one thing. Up this area, you won't be able to access that. This was a bug from a previous Prelude series, so it doesn't mean anything. It's just the fact that there was a bug in the game, and myself and the people who were in Soulframe at the time all figured that out and went how to ride. So it's pretty fun. But overall, this is your entire map. So I would definitely say focus in and around your starting area, learning all the mechanics, the combat, building bond, leveling up your envoy as well. You can get up to roughly 16 and a half. But just collecting materials, taking out enemies, etc. Just enjoy the ride. That's my advice. I'd rather not spoil anything for you as well. So that's just my MO. But always happy to answer questions though, if you see me online. So I am about to wrap up stream though, because it is roughly a lot later than I had anticipated, and I have been streaming for about almost 4 hours, which is probably a new personal record for streaming Soulframe. So there are link trees in the chat there, Sky, so if you choose to have a look at YouTube and like the content, I'm sure you know how to use YouTube. And I'm also going to say it was really nice to meet you as well, and everyone else in chat too. It's been a pleasure. Always is. I hope you guys have learned something along the lines with the stream today. So yeah, no problem. Honestly, I'm more than happy to help. That's why I do the Soulframe streams. It's a very cool game. I'm also a Warframer, so I do stream Warframe, not as consistently as Soulframe, but I will do Warframe streams. So I've also been a very long-term player of Warframe, almost a decade. So yeah, pretty much like 10 years. But I really enjoy Soulframe. It's a lot more... It's its own game, but I really enjoy the... I think everything about it, really. I don't really have a lot of negatives to say about it. Maybe apart from some of the bugs, but that's just going to happen, so... Diddley, have a good night. I've got to go get my power supply installed after upgrading my video card. Hell yeah. There's nothing like a better PCU and a PC. Hell yeah, that's awesome. What are you upgrading your PCU to? Your supply? I can't remember what I've got. I think I've got like an 80... I can't even remember now. I could check it, but I'm too lazy. It's like literally beside me and I just can't be bothered pulling out the PC. But that's really good. Power supply is always really important, especially on drawing on GPU and motherboard and everything, really. So, good on you, though. I actually rebuilt my PC not too long ago, and it's way more efficient than it used to be. It's nothing amazing, but I mean, it's nothing to sniff out, so it's probably like mid-range, like PCU and GPU. I think I run a NVIDIA 4060. I can't remember what the monitor is. I think I run like 120 hertz on the screen refresh. Yeah. I can go up if I really want to. Like I can go up to like 200 and something. I can't remember. Yeah, that 360 basically. Probably not ideal to do that, but I do run the 120. I could drop that down to 75. I built mine, so I just put a... Wow, you got a 5070. Wow. Yeah, right. Nice. Yeah, 850 is probably about their PC that I use. But the 5070, Jesus. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I had a 2070 Super RTX as well. It's solid, like, for a 20 series. Like, it actually carried, like, Elden Ring. I was shocked at that. But it definitely felt like an upgrade from what I had prior to that. I mean, anything's an upgrade to a 2070, but yeah, the 5070, yo, that's really good. I've had to think about 50 series, but I'm not completely sold on them just yet. But the 850 power, I'm pretty sure that's roughly what I run as well, Diddley. But yeah, like monitor, I've got a dual monitor setup, etc. It's a good system. 2070 Super, yeah, I think, actually, yeah, that was the one that I had as well. Yeah, okay, got you, yeah. Yeah, I mean, triple fans make a really big difference, to be honest. Anything dual fan, I think you like what you like too, you know? Actually, you know what? I'm going to run Armory Crate and let you know, like, what the specs are. Like, this is with me, like, running like a dual multicast stream. I think Discord, let's have a look. I'm always fascinated by the spics and specs, you know. I've got to do an update. 7050 required, so I went 850. Yeah, that's wise. And that would be more than enough, I'd say. Yeah, solo monitors definitely are a benefit, but I just find for, I guess, cast streaming, etc., I think is, it's good to have a dual monitor. Okay, right. Won't let me do anything. It's just going to let me... The armor crate's just being a pain. It's like, I need an update. It's like, of course you do. That's what automated upgrades are for. Anyway, I'll continue babbling if you let me. So, but yeah, let me know how you go with the new upgrade. That sounds dope. PCU, that's really good. I mean, you don't have to have anything really much higher than that for a PCU, but I mean, you can if you want to. It just depends on your setup and, you know, everything else. So, all right, I'm going to beat it. I'm going to go have my extremely late lunch because I'm an angry young old man. But yeah, thanks for joining in for the Soulframe. And Sky, it was nice to meet you from the YouTube. Welcome to the O'Shielder family of spirit users in Soulframe. If you do have any questions, etc., and if you see me online streaming, yeah, feel free to stop by, say hi. If you get stuck on anything, just ask questions. I do put YouTube videos up, shorts, etc. So if there's any content that you're looking for, check out SmoothOpurrator on YouTube first. But there are a lot of other really good content creators as well. Sarah Loves Archery is phenomenal. And she surprised me yesterday by jumping into the stream and saying hi, which was really great. So, and she's a lovely human, as is Helix Rook as well. So if you guys don't know them, you can check them out on Twitch, YouTube, and myself as well. So thank you for the info. Static Green, you're very welcome. That's why I enjoy doing what I do. Hope you guys do too. So, all right, I'm going to beat it. Otherwise, I'll keep mumbling on. Take care of yourselves, rehydrate, sleep well if you are tuning in from a very night-based time zone or extremely early morning. And I may be doing a stream this afternoon. I'm not too sure yet. But considering I've just done 3 hours and 49 minutes and 45 seconds, I've certainly outclassed my own personal best of a 3-hour and 30-minute stream. So perhaps we'll continue the extended streams. So take care of yourselves. I will see you guys possibly tomorrow, but definitely on the weekend as well. So I do have the schedule up on Twitch now. So dedicated days, Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you guys are around on the weekends, Friday, Saturdays, yeah, stop in and say hi. If there's something new that you want to see, or we can build craft or theory craft, I'm more than happy to apply that. So, Wolf, thank you. Yeah, I will have a good day. I'm going to go take my screen break and get away from technology and actually stare at the sun. Not directly, of course. That would be silly. But don't put it past me because I am a giant child. All right. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, I'll see you guys. If not later this evening, I will see you guys most likely over the weekend. And I may be doing Soulframe and Warframe streaming in tandem. So, all right. Take care. Be good. If you're not, be good at it. And I will say ciao for now. Ciao.